napkin, Tom?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, who would like to recap for the viewers at home
Thank you.
what happened last time?
I
Well,
already did.
yeah. Started out, we were in a tomb that we got to the end of it. It was very interesting. A lot of stuff happened. But yeah, that's where we started off. And then, what did we do next? We got. Oh yeah, to get out of the tomb because we had no real clear exit strategy when we went in. Not our best idea, but Wilbert plane shifted us to the Feywild, and then we stayed there for a little bit. We had some people take watches. Carrick, me, I made a friend with the tree. His name was Steven. Then some other stuff happened. We're all like destined to do some cool stuff. We got out of the Feywild, and then when we got back to the normal place, we were a year and a half into the future. So that's not good. And then
Bad things were going down.
yeah, bad things were happening. There's a creepy little girl who is also a dragon. And there's a war going on with orcs. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Oh, and Wilbur got the soul spark.
Oh yeah, and Wilbur got the soul spark from Marrakesh, who was using it as a nose ring. But not anymore because Wilbur has it.
It has boogers on it.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah, was there a lot of words on it?
Yes. So, we pick up as you guys are in your wing in Marrakesh's palace. You stayed here once before. You each have your own room. There's sort of a central room and a small kitchen. Marrakesh sort of welcomed you all to join. He said in a few hours the war meeting to plan the battle. However, you're not required to go. That's completely up to individual taste.
Keenan says, I'm going to stay here.
Who? Oh.
Brian's character.
Yeah. Oh, that guy.
So what would you all like to do?
I'd like to attune to the soul spark.
Okay. What
Are
do
you
you
sure you want to do that, Wilbur? Are you sure you want to do that? Without, checking it over first?
Or knowing what it even does?
Yeah, or that.
I know mostly what it does.
Okay.
Wait, don't you have like 1,000 things attuned to you?
But I have like what?
Like 1,000 things attuned to you.
No, I have to get rid of my staff for this.
Oh, well, that's a shame. You like to inspect that usually.
I'll still have it to inspect.
Okay, good.
He's not going to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Alright, so Wilbur is going to unattune and do some magic items with Giroux.
Wait, so when are we going? We're going tomorrow?
Later tonight is the meeting.
Yeah, okay.
They're planning on dawn to start the battle.
I'm going to summon Luna.
Okay.
I give her a big ol' hug.
Kind of ruffles in and just stares at you, waiting for your command. Anything Durnavir and Carrick would like to do?
No.
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is there anyone planning on not going to the war meeting?
I don't think so.
I actually know if anyone had things they wanted to do instead during that time. Or...
No.
I don't think so.
No, not really.
Okay. Well, the next 2 hours pass pretty uneventfully. You're able to eat in the kitchen. Restock on basic supplies, like trail rations, that kind of stuff.
Is there any ale in the kitchen?
There is ale.
I'm going to have some ale.
Of course.
I'd like to resummon Nightwing. In the ring.
Nightwing pops out, flutters around, and lands on Grizzly's shoulder.
What a good one.
So, after 2 hours, one of the attendants comes and says, it's a younger Goliath, very skinny, looks almost frail, but then again, you're used to looking at Grizzly, who's a disgusting piece of meat.
Not very nice.
So weird, let me know.
He is a disgusting piece of meat.
I don't see Grizzly that way.
All thanks, Max. The attendant says, Master Marrakesh is preparing to leave for the meeting. Wanted to know if you were coming to join him.
We are. We're
Yeah.
definitely. We're coming.
I would like to come.
We're in there, 100%. For sure, dude.
Great. You gather your things. You can follow me this way.
Gathering my things.
So you guys gather your things.
What about cuddling?
The young Goliath leads you
I
through the
guess we are.
palace back out to the entrance, and you see sort of waiting in the courtyard is Marrakesh, and has a number of guards around him. And the sun is setting now. You see a lot of the smoke in the city seems to have dissipated. A lot of the riots have been put down. People are sort of resigned to their fate now that they are being conscripted. Marrakesh sees you and says, well now, are you ready for war?
Sure.
I guess
I know
so.
Carrick is this guy. He's always ready for war.
Always.
Ready as all over me.
We're gonna need all we can take and all we can get.
She just burped on me.
Yeah, she did. It's gross.
You'll see in the meeting. Come now.
He's not
And he
gonna
turns
give
the
you
gates open, and he and his guards are gonna
Charlie,
walk.
You're not sitting on my lap right now.
You guys follow him. Looks like someone trained her to want to sit on top of their lap when they're sitting at the table.
I didn't train her to do that. She was gonna do that either way. Charlie.
You guys walk for about an hour, and by the time you get, always going further and further up the mountain, by the time you get to what looks like a large amphitheater, the sun has basically set, and only the last few shreds of sunlight are left. You see, sort of milling around the front are different groups of guards, all in their own cluster, all talking to one another. And you notice it looks like each of the Dukes of Shirash's guards are kind of chilling in this area, while inside the amphitheater, their masters discuss war. You notice there are distinctly 4 groups of guards,
No,
and as you all get there,
we're not standing.
the 5th group of guards, your guards, break off, and you hear Marrakesh says, it looks like the twins and Haresh decided not to join us for the meeting. It's a bad omen. We'll enter. And he walks towards what you see as a large arched opening in the amphitheater. As you all follow in, you see what looks like an arena, like a gladiator arena. However, the stands and seats are empty. There's sand, but the sand is pretty low. It looks like it hasn't really been in use in quite some time. You can feel stone underneath the sand as you walk. In the center of the arena, you see standing a small girl
Oh
in
God.
tattered white robes, kind of kicking in the sand around her, and you see as she kicks like stand up, sand and snow and ice spray out.
Oh, no.
Next to her, sort of looking down disdainfully, is a large Goliath woman with a long, dark braid down her back. Forearms are bare, and huge muscles that are tattooed, like Grizzly is across his whole body. All white eyes, just like Grizzly.
But she has 4 arms.
She has, yes.
That's what I heard. I was like,
She
what?
has bare forearms, like her arms and biceps are.
She's a Machamp.
Yes, she's a Machamp. On her back, you see there's a large sword shooting out. Next to her sitting on the ground, away from the Goliath and the young dragon you've all learned to loathe, is what looks like an elf in dark blue robes who appears to be meditating. And lastly, half laying on the steps is what looks like a rather large silver dragon who is lazily like catnapping like Cole is right there on the steps.
It's very cute.
How big is the dragon?
The dragon?
Like elephant sized?
A little about that size, yeah, a little bit bigger than an elephant.
cute is that dragon? Just sleep in
It looks like an adult dragon. It's not
It's not
an ancient dragon.
He's not
It's an adult dragon.
Cole is stupid. I understand him though.
As you walk in and you hear sort of the boom of each step of Marrakesh.
How tall is Marrakesh? Like 8, 10 feet tall?
No, he's
Oh, like 15?
He's
I
really
think
big, isn't he?
I think 20 something.
Oh god.
I pictured like
What's up?
a very large man.
Yeah.
Like a genie looking.
He's about 21 feet tall.
He's like a piercing, I don't know.
Just over 20 feet tall.
Okay.
Grizzly can almost be a sunny.
Yeah, he's almost pictured like a giant kind of genie, like a long white beard that he has braided.
Wait, so is the soul spark like it's a crown, right?
It's a crown. Like
so
Wilbur
Wilbert's wearing it like a crown?
is wearing it like a.
But
like
is it too big for his head?
No, it was made for dwarves.
Oh, okay.
Dwarves wore it.
But he's a gnome.
And I'm a big no.
Yeah,
Oh,
gnomes
he's
and
a big
dwarves aren't
gnome.
that different. Also, it's a magical item. Magical items tend to
Fit to.
switch their size from now and then.
Okay.
About a
Like the one ring.
The one ring. So
Sorry,
it's
I
on
was
the
just
one.
trying to picture Wilbur.
He's got a little tiny silver crown that every now and then you see, like if you look at it, it's like twisting platinum. You just see lightning and sparks
Badass.
kind of shooting off it every now and then.
It's very Wilbert. Just might spark anytime.
Yeah.
As what?
He said it might explode.
As you walk in, the small girl stops kicking and goes, "Well, look who's here! Did you come to play with me?"
Yeah.
Not today.
Did I meet this person? Do I know who this is?
It's the.
Was Dernovir in there?
Dermer was there.
Or was I on
You-
Overwatch?
You were on Overwatch, but you were there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the lady that we built the snowman with, and then she pulled the card, and she's a very scary lady.
We said she was like
Oh.
10 years old, right? That's how old she looked.
About a 10-year-old girl with white hair.
Karen, don't hit on her.
I was just asking for mental reference.
She
For-
says,
for-
"Look,
for
look,
reference.
I still have your gift." And you see she's now wearing around her dress, there's what looks like belt.
Oh.
And as she, like, you see it looks like it's still bloody.
Oh god.
And it looks like it's just a strip of blue dragon born hide that she has tied around her belt around her waist.
I'm gonna compliment her belt and say it looks very nice.
Thank you.
Very fancy. Good quality material.
Yeah, I've made it myself.
Really?
All thanks to Carrick's gift over there.
Wow. What a guy Carrick is, right?
Yeah.
I didn't give the gift. That was my idea. But you're welcome.
You got a fancy belt out of it.
The elf meditating on the ground opens his eyes now and says, "Well, Marrakesh, you're here. I guess we can begin then." "Shethri, wake up!" And he turns and yells, and you see one large.
Hey, what's
Come
going
on,
on?
did you lock the door?
Yeah, Brian Gary's trapped outside in the cold. He's gonna be dead by the time you get there.
Charlie!
Just watch Charlie doesn't drum out.
Cole, that's a good boy. You stay over here.
I pull the cards. You see one large glassy blue eye open up, and you hear the voice say, "I was enjoying my nap." "All right then, Marrakesh. You brought us here." "Hello, Brian."
We met Marrakesh?
Yeah,
He's my guy.
He is your guy.
Why the hell is a silver dragon and a white dragon not trying to kill each other?
Because they serve a greater purpose. They serve Ushaka.
Charlie.
Doesn't make any sense. White
Don't
dragons
jump.
are usually like
Chocolate.
self-serving.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt.
She's very self-serving, so I'm very confused about what she's doing.
It's a double cross.
Probably, yeah, it's probably not great.
Yeah. Bro, look for your character sheet in just 1 second.
Cool. Thank you.
From.
Good Christmas. Good Christmas.
Nice.
You see the Goliath uncrosses her arms, still keeping an eye, like in the corner of her eye, on Roach, who now is, you see, going down to the sand and like patting it together. Now she does, turning it into little tiny like snow ice balls, and just kind of like putting a couple of them to the side.
Speaking of, you want to put that out in the snow? Keep it nice and cold.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
You watch Charlie as he turns.
I don't think we have room in the fridge.
Don't even think about it. Thank you. Does anyone want one?
No thanks.
No, thank you.
I'll take one.
Thanks. She moves forward and says, "I've not met you. Who are you?"
We're in Black Parade.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess we're just,
Well, of
we're just
course.
a group thing now.
Oh. Alright,
We
this
take
is
turns.
I'm sorry, Jeremy, you speak.
I'm Durnavir. Thank you very much. Nice to make your acquaintance.
It's well met.
You too.
And then I get, okay, now no one else is. Carrick. Nexirus. Everyone's here, right?
Oh, Grizzly.
Grizzly. Sethri. Wilbert.
Well met you all.
Luna.
Wait, does she know Grizzly?
No.
She doesn't?
Grizzly was like
A loser.
middle class here.
Oh, okay.
These are the 1%.
The good thing about that
Okay.
explosion is that no one can notice that we changed tattoos.
Oh, true.
Oh, you take those if you want.
Oh, that's probably the worst possible way to have that bad thing.
Dino.
You take it.
I'll take it after you.
Sorry, I didn't think about that.
It's okay. I just thought of it now.
Okay.
It's just, it's nice to meet acquaintance. I'm Urain.
Yuri?
Urain.
You're in?
Urain?
Us?
Is there, yeah, are we missing a syllable?
You're in.
Urain.
You're in what?
Luck.
Where are we? We're in what?
You're in.
She looks to the elf who's sitting down and says, "I know not this joke. What did I say?" And
We are idiots, is
See
what
the
we
elf
say.
kind of stands up and starts brushing off his robes and picks down up from the sand a staff. That one gets it and says, "Ignore them, Urain.
Us?
Now."
Did you really?
Did you name him, or is it in the book?
I didn't name this. This is
Are you
from.
sure you didn't name
I'm
this?
positive I didn't name these people.
I don't think that's how you say that word.
It's you.
Urian.
There's no way that's Urain.
It's definitely not Urain.
Well, I just say it's Urain.
You're choosing that, so we.
I am choosing the name Urain.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Us.
The elf kind of hits his staff and just bangs it in the ground, and you see a gust of wind blows the sand out and kind of clears a stone, the stone ground around it, and you see what looks a lot like in the carving of the stone, the outline of the mountain. And you see little dots here and there that look like hills, and you see essentially on the ground in this area is what looks like an aerial map of Vastor and the area around it.
I took resilient.
What?
I took resilient.
What the fuck does that mean?
I forgot, but I'm good now. Well, I'm still plus 0, but my saving throw.
Damn. You're the best in the game. I only have a plus 10.
Peter, you want to
Halfway
play
there.
in?
Marrakesh says,
What do we do?
We're going to war.
We could.
"It's not escaped my notice. The twins and Haresh are not among us. Who knows why?" I don't know.
Oh. Who are the twins?
Marrakesh says, "Two of the 9 winds, Ahuma and Atuma."
It's not a tumor.
Ahuma and Atuma.
Hakuna Matata to you too.
Thank you, sir.
Where are they?
They've spoken out against our wish to go to war. I assume they don't support us in this.
I would assume not. You are correct.
I can persuade them. I'll persuade them to help us.
This is a thing that would help. Their forces, I assume, stay with them. If they don't go to war with us, and their forces don't go to war with us, we'll be at a loss. A grave loss.
I'll see what I can do about that. I mean, I'm a very persuasive guy. I have to be, ever since Dub passed away.
Dub died?
He died?
No, he just left.
Yeah.
No.
He might as well be dead. He's dead to me.
He just dead to dirt.
I get it now.
Our
The
late
elf
friend.
kind of looks at you and says, if you can do this, it would be of great help.
Okay, I'll try. See what I can do.
I can send my guards with you to escort you through the city.
Okay.
Do you want assistance?
Sure.
I can give you some assistance.
You want me
You're
to
very
assist
shiny.
you?
They'll like
I'm
you.
pretty persuasive.
And
What
you're
is that
shiny.
I'm pretty persuasive too.
Gold.
No, I don't think Carrick should go.
She's made of solid gold. She should
I'm
come.
so shiny!
Yeah.
I can sing the shiny
That's the
song.
worst part.
The
Should
best
I
part.
can sing the shiny song.
Could
and then
totally.
There's a
Yeah,
shiny
worst
song?
song.
They sang that at Disney on Ice today.
Moana.
Was it amazing?
Disney
Oh,
movie.
I've never seen
So
that.
I would have been shocked if you told me you've seen that movie.
No. I've seen a lot of Disney movies. Not that one though.
So our Dernagar next year is gonna go and try to see if they can persuade.
I think
Akuma,
Carrick,
Atuma, and Haresh.
he's so persuasive.
I
I
definitely
persuaded
don't
that
think
tree to
Carrick
be
should
friends
go.
with me.
You did do that. And
No,
that squirrel that one time.
Yeah, and the squirrel. I've persuaded a lot of people to be friends with me.
Where is that guy?
He's home.
Okay.
Oh, he's probably so old. How long do squirrels live? Do we know?
He might be dead.
No. What's the? Oh, do I know the lifespan of a squirrel?
Give me a nature check.
Oh, no.
God.
That's not great.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's a. I'm gonna say 19.
A 19.
Nope, it's a 15. Never mind. I don't have. I'm not.
It was a gray squirrel, right?
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's googling how long their lifespan.
Swish your bushy tail.
No.
You know, typically they only last around 11 to 12 months.
Holy
11 to 12 months.
Usually because they get eaten by something.
But what about if they don't get eaten by anything?
5 years?
Oh, okay.
But
long-
how,
how old
but
he
how
was?
old was he?
He wasn't that old.
Why didn't you ask him? You can talk to animals.
I could. I don't know.
My
It never
biggest
came up in our
hungry.
conversations that we had.
So,
I hope he's still alive.
I don't know.
I hope so.
Maybe Dub is dead. He might be dead. It's been a year and a half.
Oh
That's
my
true.
god, yeah. A lot
Oh my
happens in the
God.
year.
He could have been killed by his AIDS by now.
Yeah, dude. AIDS got him.
Because you weren't there to cure it.
He's the one who ran off.
Yeah.
You can only bring him back to life so many times.
so you two are going off to do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not far, right?
It's throughout the city.
Okay.
It usually takes you guys a couple hours to get around the city, so.
But it's not like. overnight
Wait,
drive.
I need to know why we're battling anyway to begin with in order for me to talk to these people.
So, you guys agreed to help. In exchange for the Soul Spark, you guys agreed to help stop the unrest
Like,
and to stop Belfane from whatever he was doing. And it appears you didn't, because not only did he get away, you guys got sidetracked by a tomb, and then he managed to raise a giant army.
In our defense, it was a skull-like visage.
It was.
Yeah.
And
we made a lot of money in that movie.
so
Yeah, we
That's
got-
true.
your main thing is you guys said you would help, and
Yeah, we made out okay.
Things-
Thank God.
things
We
got
gotta,
bad.
we gotta pay the people at our keep.
Oh, they have so much back wages.
We
right
technically
now.
only made $50.
Oh, yeah, there's
Inflation.
Right.
Oh
We didn't tell you how
no.
much money we made, did we?
Oh god.
What?
We didn't tell you how much money we got, did we?
I think I might have read it in the chat, but I don't
Didn't
remember.
you just get like something that you have $50 at any point?
90,000 gold.
25.
Oh, that was.
Oh, we only made 25 actually.
No, that was
Yeah.
Feeney.
Oh, we won more than that?
Plus
Oh, you that
Plus
that's just me.
chance that-
That was my wish.
total like
Right, yeah.
Unlimited
I have, like,
25 gold.
120 something thousand. I think.
I have 95,000.
We should make a treasure room at the castle and just keep it all in there.
Why don't we just get a beach house?
Oh my god,
No.
can we get a pet dragon that can sleep in our treasure room?
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Dragons are not
You can't
pets.
just buy a dragon.
Nexiris can sleep in the treasure
They're a
room.
sentient thing.
You see, looking at you now, both eyes open staring, is the silver dragon.
This isn't
You see
happening
what I have
in the
to
game.
deal with?
Yes,
Do you
it
see what I have to deal
Why,
with?
why would we be discussing what we got in the tomb in the game right now?
That's totally
I
something we would
wasn't
do.
telling Jeremy, I was telling Steve.
Yeah, he was telling Steve specifically.
Because we didn't tell Steve what
So
we got there.
your main motivation is you guys said you would. Your second motivation is for some reason you guys know for a fact the Cult of Vecna was doing something with these with Belethane. You don't know what.
Who are these armies though? What is my motivation here?
You guys don't really know you guys have been gone for a year and a half.
So
you,
they're just bad guys.
What's
and
taking a year and a
that's
half?
you
it.
guys don't
Well, we
know what.
Went into this
You don't know
this
why Belethane has an orc
different
army.
plan
You don't know what. You just know
that they
Belethane
allowed.
has an orc army.
And then
And we don't
a
like
year and a half
Belethane.
passed.
You guys-
He's a bad guy.
You guys knew before
Because
you
we
went to
told
the
her we
tomb.
got out of the tomb.
Grizzly kind of told you guys, and you found out
So,
that
no.
orcs used to
Oh,
like
right.
ravage the Bantor steppes, and then within the last like couple of years,
And then,
Belethane actually
Because the
forged
time
a peace
changed,
and
right?
Sort of
Yeah, it's like weird.
like made a peace with the orcs, and he had taken a lot of orcs on as his personal guards. And orcs were allowed in the city, which wasn't very well liked. And then now he has this giant army. You know, in the tomb before you were in the tomb, where the orcs told you that Belethane had gone to the mountains to go raise all the orc tribes to form an army that would turn the mountain into dust.
Why didn't they go try to stop him?
Well, the orc told you guys that none you needed a guide,
Oh yeah, and then we killed him.
and then you killed him. Well, he was dying. He was on his way out,
Well, we
and you
all
killed
the-
him,
all the
and then
rest
you
of
killed
them.
every other orc you saw. I put lots of orcs in front of you guys, hoping maybe take a prisoner, so you can have a guide.
I wasn't there, was I?
This is the entire time you guys were in the tomb. 4 sessions worth of you guys in the
You
tomb.
went,
Oh.
woo!
Yeah, you killed those two orcs. You could have used them.
I kept throwing orcs at you guys to hope that maybe somebody would take a prisoner.
Yeah, but then one of them disapparated with a skull that we were gonna use.
that was not an orc. That was a person.
Oh,
I tried to save that orc from the ceiling. Was
You
that
did.
an orc?
You did.
Then they
Yeah.
went in the green mouth.
But he died.
Eventually.
Every orc died. A year and a half later, it looks like the orcs every orc tribe was gonna be raised and turned into an army. It looks like that happened.
Maybe we should just tell all of the orc army that we're cursed and that every orc we come into contact with dies a miserable, horrible death.
It's really not not false though.
Where's Connor?
He's sick.
Under the
He's on Overwatch right now. Duty.
He's sick.
I have a question
Got the
Yes, black Matt? lung
pop.
for the group.
Okay.
Why don't we just go kill Belethane?
Oh, that was real.
Kill what?
Belethane.
I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
Grizzly says, "I'll support that."
Do we know? Is he like in the battle?
You can say that.
Yeah, Marrakesh, where is he?
I would
Do
assume.
we know? We have a location. We should scout for him. Probably.
We believe he's leading the orcs. He's not known though. Scouting would be something. We get a better idea of their forces and
Don't
what
we
they have.
We have a scout cavalry, right?
Well, you guys have guys on horseback who could
I'm just saying.
try to do it, or you could
Or
do
we
a
could-
secret
multiple
covert
people that
mission
can
with.
sneak
Oh, I'm gonna
in
do it.
with
I'm
us.
Spec Ops.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
And I'm an elf, so like that's perfect.
During the year, I thought you were going to convince people.
I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna do everything.
So you're gonna try to convince them, and then overnight try to go and scout.
Yeah.
At dawn, you
I'm
plan.
not coming
Yeah.
to be the scout
Did you
because.
see that episode
Yeah.
of?
You're not coming to scout?
At dawn, we plan.
Yeah.
You out of your mind?
Just take off your armor.
No, that's a horrible idea.
Oh.
Why are you trying to
there is
undress
something
Xeris?
that
I don't know.
Nick Sirius and I have to do.
What'd you say, Matt?
Curious.
There is something Nick Sirius and I have to
How
do.
dare you? That's sacred.
What is
I just
it?
want to see if it would work. Okay.
Watch.
That's a sacred unity.
What?
We have to go home.
Like,
We've got a year and a half. We have to pay our guards.
Oh, I thought he meant
Oh
like in
yeah,
real
yeah,
life.
yeah.
Well, we'll get to that.
I
Do
thought
we-
he meant like my whole,
We kind of.
Oh,
Grizzly says, "What's one more day?"
Yeah. What could possibly happen in one day?
A
In
lot.
one. Yeah.
How
Nothing.
far are we from it?
You guys
Pretty
are
far.
2,000
We're
miles.
pretty far.
I would have to teleport us.
You guys are in New York to your home's LA.
Okay.
so just hop in a plane. 5
Do
hours.
we ever have that
Can I
teleportation circle
speak?
in our
To Oracle.
base?
Yeah, they got
Do you
no.
have sending spell?
Do you have the
No.
thing?
Can I
I
speak
know
to
the
Gorables?
signal sequence for our home.
So you could take us.
I don't know one for here.
I think
Oh yeah,
what's his face
that's the
can.
problem is getting back. Right.
I got
Does it
faulty
not have,
information.
sending?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not
You just try to get in there again. Or no, you had to rip that page out. Never mind. Can't do that.
Yeah, I ripped that page out. I will never use that again.
Good idea. Good call.
Marrakesh says, How about we decide on a plan for tonight? Some of us stay here and plan.
And we try to assassinate Bellathan.
Some of us
I'm down for that.
go and try to secure
You wanna go
support.
rogue?
And he looks towards
We should totally go. We can go
Dermot
Ramrod.
here
We
and
can be.
Nexius.
You want a ramrod?
Take our Ramrod.
And then afterwards, later tonight, we have a scouting mission sent out. You get a better idea?
I think
And
those
then
are-
after this, we plan.
So we plan after the scouting mission?
Well, it'll be better to plan when we have an idea.
Good idea.
Yeah, we should probably. Yeah,
So we're gonna plan after. We're not gonna plan before and after. Just after.
just after.
Okay.
Too much planning.
Right.
That's all. That's all.
We got a plan for the plans.
Yeah, that's what I'm
A
saying.
little less talk, a little more action.
Well,
At dawn, we plan.
At dawn, we plan.
okay.
Okie dokie.
You see that Elf says, we'll have to push back our plans then. We've told much of the forces we plan to march at dawn. If we're planning at dawn, perhaps we say sunset instead.
No, you're right. We should march at dawn.
But then we're not gonna scout. We plan before we scout. Then we march at dawn.
How about we plan, scout, plan again, and then also plan?
Yeah,
Why don't-
exactly.
You hear
No such thing as
Roche
sunset.
says, what if we just do everything at the same time? Like, what if
Oh.
What if we have a meeting here, and some people go talk to the other three and try to get them to come and join us, while other people go and take a little look-see, see what we got to deal with.
I have a question. When are we gonna eat? I feel like we haven't eaten in quite a while.
We just ate.
Literally just ate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that before I got here?
Yes.
Yeah. You didn't eat though. You were on Overwatch.
I make myself tacos.
Yeah, we can definitely scout and persuade at the same time. Well, you can't, but I can, because I'm not scouting.
Well, I'm actually not gonna do the scouting then. I'm just gonna persuade.
I can scout.
Yeah.
I could scout with you.
Oh yeah.
Roche says, I can help with the scouting mission too.
Actually, I think we should not scout.
Dragon Lady.
Maybe.
What happens if you guys get stuck though, and you need a little lift?
I can fly.
Yeah, he can fly.
Carrick, I thought you wanted to play with Roche.
Not right now.
Let's all go play together.
Well,
It'll
I
be
think
so
it's-
much fun.
Just play tomorrow.
You should
I
go.
think we
She
are
wants to
better
go.
off
You guys don't
Don't you
know.
agree, Marrakesh?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Confuses the shit crush.
I think would be better used in other ways.
Oh yeah, dude, don't do
That's really
that.
good.
That's sick.
I asked how.
Don't do that.
I didn't.
We need many eyes, perhaps more than one scouting team. Roche can lead one, you two another.
There we go. That's the kind of thinking that we do.
I'll go as soon as I'm done eating. Can you wait like 15 minutes?
Yeah, well, we gotta get ready anyway.
Okay.
I'm not going right this second.
Otherwise, it's gonna get a
Before we
tummy
leave,
ache.
just in case of emergency.
Yeah, I get hangry.
What'd you say,
What?
Matt?
I said before we leave, just in case of emergency. Do we have a teleportation circle in here?
Roche says, of course we do. You've already used it.
No, a different one. I don't want to intrude on you again.
You see, you hear a sound of scraping claws on stone, and you see kind of stretching up on their back like a cat is Sethri. And she says,
You know where?
there's one in my palace.
God teleported us
Perhaps I could
before
teach it
the
to you.
city, And it was to like her.
Wait, which one's her? Which one is she?
She is the silver dragon.
She'll get over it.
Oh,
Dragon?
dragon
Like the
again.
little girl dragon.
Oh, she's 10. Oh, the one that.
But is there one in America she's made?
She's
Rakesh
still
says, the arcane magic is not something
Are we chill with her?
I'm meddle with.
Why are we chilling?
Okay.
It is not of Ushaka's will.
Yes, sir. I guess I will.
Chef 3 seems nice. I like Chef 3.
Chef 3?
Right?
Shether.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I will run it from Jeffrey.
Roach is the girl, but not the dragon.
She says,
What does Jeffrey Wicker have to teach me?
Okay, so she's the demon.
She's not a demon, she's
she kind of curls back up in a
But
ball
she eats people.
and says,
Okay.
I can have someone teach it
And
to you.
she likes you.
Thank you very much.
I just want to play with us.
You see, she kind of looks over her shoulder and says in Draconic, actually, to one of the guards far away, and he recommends it. She says, find one of the casters for me. And the guard kind of nods his head. Goes off. Nurkish says,
Didn't you learn Draconic?
No, I learned Orcish.
Oh, Orcish.
right then.
That makes sense.
I suppose we break here for a bit while we divide our teams.
Alright. Go team. Gold team rules.
Oh, yeah, I'm gold.
Mm-hmm.
You see the elf actually walks towards you two. The elf fella. And he comes forward. You see he has long black hair, dark eyes, dark blue robes, and almost always seems like he has a smirk. But it's weird. He looks like he always has a smirk with the way his face rests, but his eyes look like they're always bored. So it almost gives an air off of him being better than all of this and better than all of you. And he comes forward and says, "What were your names? I didn't quite catch them."
Next yours.
Durnveer.
Well, my name is Erifir.
Erifir.
Nice to meet you. This is also Luna.
You see he turns and says, it sounds like growls in some way. Says something to Luna, and you hear Luna growls back.
I asked Luna what he said.
She says he asked if you treat me well.
What did you say?
I said, of course.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you just let Luna die all the time, that's all.
It was one time.
All the time.
She
can come
says,
back.
She doesn't like getting her nails clipped.
She doesn't look at any of
do you know anything about Ahuma, Atuma, or Haresh?
Not a Puma.
Do I?
Give me a history check.
I don't. That's for sure. The two.
Hakuna Matata to you too.
I do not know anything about that, no. Do you, Durnavir?
What?
Do you know anything about the Tuma?
The Humana?
The Hootsies and the Tootsies.
Amani too.
No, I don't. I do not.
Are you sure?
Ahuma and
Do you
Atuma.
want to make a history check?
I can make a history check. Do I know anything about Huna Makata? I got.
What a wonderful thing.
It is history. That's a 16. Do I know anything?
16.
Huna Makata. Don't know it.
She says, the twins, Ahuma and Atuma, they're Ganassi. The lesser winds of no real import. The northeastern and northwestern wind. Haresh, however, is the spirit wind. He's chief amongst us. He's the speaker for Rushaka. And he says, as he says Rushaka, he looks up to his mountain peak.
Who's Ushaka? Ushaka.
You guys have heard Rushaka. You've heard Grizzly probably talk about it. Rushaka is believed to be, it's the god they all worship. It's some sort of air elemental prince god creature that lives supposedly at the top of Oscar. And there are the 9 winds, like the 8 directional winds and the spirit wind, who are the chief prophets, the Dukes of Sharash.
Everybody says Ushaka. The hair stands up on my neck.
Ushaka.
Arafir says, Haresh's support, or lack thereof, speaks almost directly of Ushaka's.
Well, that's not great.
No. So convincing him should be of particular importance.
So more so than the twins.
Yes.
What are the odds that I forget how to say these names?
Oh,
Very
100%
high.
going to.
They're high.
Wait, you got the you can read it from right here.
Oh yeah. No, I can't. It's not on there.
Yeah.
Some people have it.
Hakuna Matata, right?
Yeah, it's not.
Hakuna Matuma.
I think that was actually it.
It actually is on there.
Is it really?
It's on the Vostor. No, they're not. They're not on there. They're not on there.
Hakuna Matuna.
No, they're not.
Uh,
Actually, yeah, no, they're
Can you
not.
just Give me those names down. I'll write 'em
Horace McWallace.
Akuma.
down. Is it? It starts with an
A.
A. A huma.
H.
I'm just gonna write it how I want to say it.
Huma.
A
Tuma.
A huma.
A huma and a tuma.
A huma and a tuma.
Did you make that name up?
And then
Okay.
Haresh.
All these names are from. It's called Calabris. It was a
Harish?
world. Haresh.
Haresh.
Hashish.
Haresh is the
Haresh.
spirit.
Haresh.
land.
Haresh.
So.
Huma, tuma, Haresh.
Like if I were you, I would take these names and read them and be like, how are they gonna do something with these?
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. No matter what name you come up with.
What about Bob or Dave?
Or Steven.
Yeah, Stephen.
Doesn't fit with the times.
It doesn't matter whatever name I come up with. It'll somehow be churned and transformed.
Wait, did you come up with the name Ball?
That was from my random.
Oh my god.
It's Ball like
Hey.
B-A-apostrophe-A-L.
Ball sack.
I believe you.
What happened to
Don't
Digger
disrespect him. Ball
Digger
is
Nick.
life.
Nick? Yeah.
That was
Ball is life.
Ball is life.
player character I played.
Yeah, what happened to that guy though? I missed
Digger
him.
Nick?
He used to be around.
Oh
Yeah.
my
He
god.
died.
Digger.
He actually died.
Good.
Steph killed
It was
him.
it was the police. I bet.
Was
No.
Oh, Digger Nick was the warlock. I
Yeah, it was a warlock with the
Like
metal book or something.
No, your guy.
No. Why do you want to do that?
What happened with the demon?
Yeah.
Your guy was
He was
some
a
old
little baby.
Yeah, your guy was
Back.
some old guy who kept thinking that Feeney was his grandson.
No. And if you really want to. Before we go Actually, I don't know who asked them.
Urain
Us.
You're in? Wait. How did we
walks
pronounce
over to Carrick and Wilbert.
it? You're right. You're
Says-
you're right.
You go to scout, yes?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Hey, I'm going too.
And him also.
And you, what's your name?
Kian.
Kian. Well met. Urain.
What? you say well met?
Yes.
Where are you from?
I'm from here.
Sick. Alright, cool.
It's from Mother
Do
Russia.
you see how she looks? I'm just from here.
She's a giant Goliath with like no sleeves, tattoos.
Oh, is this the
Very
dragon?
No.
No.
She's a Goliath.
Tour Army Scouts you.
Okay, so Russian warlord, got it.
Essentially, yes.
So, bad guy in Rocky 4, what's the plan?
She says, do you go loud or do you go quiet?
We go quiet.
Why
So
is Brock Lesnar?
just three of you.
Well, do you have any other people we could bring?
I was saying, if you go loud, you bring some of my men.
There's one guy we could use.
I think it's safer if we stay quiet.
I can send one or two.
Who's
from
who's your quietest person you got?
I'll ask for weakest one.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
And could you send us with your finest bottle of vodka, please?
I do not know what you speak. So yeah.
I have a bottle he can use as that.
Sweet.
So we got 3 people going on a scouting mission. We got 2 people going
I got
on
4.
4 people
Yeah.
going on a scouting mission. Should look at my random name list and figure out what my name will be.
Ooh, this will be fun.
So will it be Ball?
I hope not.
We've had Ball, we've had Garrett.
It's gonna be
Are you gonna send Prostate on the trip with us?
No, I'm gonna send. I'll figure out a name.
A noose?
Aladdin.
So yeah, who wants to go first? The diplomacy or the scouting?
Doesn't
matter
matter
to
to me either.
I'm gonna get my heating pad, so you guys can go first.
We'll go.
Ooh, sorry. Hold on.
I think
I'm
it's-
trying to hold Dernabeer's hand while
I
we
think
go.
it's on my
While we go.
Can our guy's name be Indigo Montoya?
We'll go with you guys first. We'll go with the scouts first.
We got this.
So, as you guys make your way down to the
What is Cole doing? What kind
uh,
of sleeping face? What kind of
he's
position is that?
sleeping in the spotlight. Cole,
He was sleeping, I think.
he was, and I woke him up.
Really weird position to sleep in.
He'd fall asleep. He wasn't sleeping. He was just resting his eyes. You see, walking towards you guys is a rather large Goliath with dark like leather, like dark leathers and cloth, and a bow across his back, along with 2 axes like on his waist.
So probably not very quiet.
Oh, that sounds quiet to me. Is he wearing a shirt?
Yes.
Darn it.
You get the idea that probably if he wasn't trying to cover up and wear all black, he
Yeah,
probably would
right. We're gonna be
be shirtless.
for black is
Probably not accepted at Planet Fitness.
probably not.
And he says, I'm trying to find the funniest one now. What's your names?
Do we have to introduce ourselves?
Yeah. I don't care. This is Wilbert Kean is also that's his name.
You're the one I'm supposed to scout with?
Yeah.
I'm Papak.
What is his name?
Papak.
Papak.
I laugh like in character. I don't just laugh at him.
Why are you laughing, boy?
Oh, what is your name again?
He sounds like Farkas from
Papa?
Skyrim.
Is that like a family name? Did one of your ancestors have that name too?
I don't know. They're dead.
All of them?
Yeah.
They left you with a shitty name, bro.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, we need your help. We don't need it, but I wanted it.
I can guess you need my help.
Well, we don't need it. We can use the company.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's get moving.
So you don't
Okay.
speak like a Russian?
What's a Russian?
Okay. We'll move.
Well,
Let's
it's
go.
quick here, but I don't know we need to rush to the mission.
We're moving out.
See what you did there.
Alright, so we're gonna have a little skill challenge here for you guys.
Yes. Good.
A huma and a tuma. I'm not even drinking it.
No way.
I know, it's crazy.
I'm gonna set the skill challenge up real quick.
Go get the squirrel.
Cole is sleeping.
Look, it's Kobu. Kubu. The hell is it kiss from?
Kubo.
Kubo.
Kobo.
Kubo.
Cole hates it.
Roll initiative,
Found
Kian,
it. What was doing that?
Carrick, and Wilbur.
Oh, I think when he found it somewhere, like outside or something.
Oh,
Who thinks they rolled high?
Not me. Oh, mine's pretty good actually.
Who's got dice?
You can-
Oh, here. Me, really quick.
What's that song that's like?
There's a couple things.
Oh, that one. I like that one.
So, Ryan, I have a character sheet.
Oh, you found it. Why is Brian's character sheet so weird?
Because it's like not a normal character sheet, it's like a pre-gen. And then he adds the font to it. I meant to make it like an actual character sheet the way that I do sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
But I forgot. What happened, Ryan? You spilled something everywhere? Hand me my cup really quick.
Thank you.
Here real quick, Ryan, sorry.
It's okay, Hunch.
Oh, this is what it was. I know exactly what I was thinking about. I found it.
See, if I wanted him to be Russian, I could just call him every bad Russian guy from the 80s.
Really? That's why you wanted it?
Yeah.
The huma, the tuma.
Because think about how many there are.
That name.
It's every Die Hard, Rocky IV.
Why the hell do you know this song?
There's
I love to sing it.
Gru, Gru
Or what?
from Despicable Me.
Where's that from? 80s movie?
No, but like
Oh, you mean
And the
Jeff.
huma and the tuma. Sorry.
Are you drunk?
No. I haven't had anything to drink unless someone spiked my Coke.
That's completely different, Brian.
What's Brian saying?
Brian's saying that German is the same as Russian.
no,
Not even close.
no.
That is no.
This is more relevant.
They use different alphabets.
Yeah. And one of them is hieroglyphics.
Yeah. Also true.
Yeah, isn't the guy from Die Hard German?
They're both angry.
Yeah, Russian is like
Hans
Yanni
Gruber?
Givortsny Peruski, and then
Yeah.
and then Germans are all like nine.
They're both
They're
angry,
very-
but that's about it.
They're both very hard sounding.
Matt
Anyway,
can,
my-
Matt can do his Nazi voice.
My Plan was
Matt, do your Nazi voice.
Oh, Matt's not the voice.
Oh wait.
Matt, we can't hear you.
Hold
Hold
on a
on.
second.
You're so far away. You're like when Cole was outside. You're so far away.
We still can't hear you. Nope.
He's running towards us.
Why is it not?
You're almost there. But also, it's like you're not moving at all. You're just running in place right now.
Why do you sound so far away?
Where are you even coming out of?
You're hearing it from my headphones.
Oh, that's why.
That makes sense.
I can't figure out why. Like I can hear sound through it. Like watch.
Yeah.
It's so far.
You're still really far.
I don't think you're gonna make it on the scouting mission.
We can barely hear you.
Talk again.
Yep. Still really far.
Are they kissing?
Why did you run away, Wilbert?
This is so dumb. Oh. Is that his back leg all the way over there?
He likes to lay on it. It's a pillow.
I'm talking again.
Oh,
Hey,
you're back.
You're back. That was fast.
There we go.
Yeah, you were so far away.
Wait, so do your Nazi voice.
What are you talking about? I don't want to hurt you.
He sounds just like the guy on Schindler's List.
Ask where they are.
No, I'll say.
You sound like the Nazis from Nazi Zombies, Kino der Toten. Call of
That's
Duty.
also possible.
Yeah, why do Nazis sound like a specific, like...
Like Germans?
But I
Those,
didn't,
yeah.
like...
I don't know. That's a good question. Why do they sound like Germans, Tom?
That's not what I meant. I feel like they have, like, a different
I
thing
know.
than just German.
I don't know. Why? Who rolled high for initiative?
I rolled pretty high.
I got 16.
I rolled a 24.
Oh wait, what do I add? Sorry.
You add.
Why do Nazis sound like that?
That's not what I meant.
You
Oh my
add.
god, I'm
Plus
gonna get
nine.
drunk now because I'm
Plus
sick.
Wait,
nine.
no, you add
At least you can blame it on
plus
that.
Right.
5.
So 21.
21.
I meant, like...
How do you know?
I think it's
It's
just
just
like
their
German
dex,
accent, though.
Normal one.
Like,
Matt, you rolled a 21 as well, right?
my
But this is
voice
Dex
is
plus
not-
nine.
Matt,
Oh,
Keaton, go
yeah,
first because I think he's got a little bit higher than you.
The German accent.
Okay.
I think German
Like
accent.
dexterity. So,
I guess because that's like the one they do in movies. Like, this when they're doing Nazis.
That's like most times when you're
It's just
watching a
their
movie, like the German accents, they're Nazis.
Yeah.
the DC is being set on this die,
Oh, the good Germans in movies.
which I'm not going to touch.
I'm a good German.
You can't see.
I'm not gonna tell them.
You can look at it now, actually, to verify it.
Maxie is not there, so she
You
is.
can look at it right now.
I can see it from here, Tom.
What is it?
I'm not, what do you want me to tell them?
So we down here.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. So everyone, so we have someone who can verify what the DC was.
Oh, okay.
So we have a skill challenge. You guys require
You
8
gotta roll above that,
successes before 3 failures.
Oh god, that's a
How
lot.
far are we? Oh, how far away are we from the?
Does
thing?
Poplin, Popock, Popic, Popock,
Hot
Popock? Yeah.
Popeye. Just Popeye.
Does he get to play in this skill challenge?
You guys could use him for things.
Is he good at anything?
Oh no, that said that. That's weird.
I feel like he's not stealthy.
He's probably stealthy. He's wearing
And
all
he's
black.
also
He's wearing all
the
black.
biggest.
What are you saying? Because you're big, can't be stealthy?
Huge. Grizzly's pretty
Yeah.
stealthy. He's got like
Yeah.
a +4 or something.
Okay.
I think.
He's fine.
I'm real quiet.
Okay,
It's me.
He's the stranger in the dark corner.
Are you Batman?
No,
But you know what Batman
It
is.
sounds like that, man.
He does.
I'm just edgy.
How do you know what Batman is?
It's a story told at night. At the top of the round is Karen's turn. So your goal, you guys are pretty far away. Your goal here is to survey and discover whatever you can about the opposing force.
Okay.
The op force, if you will.
I'm gonna use.
And or the terrain in the area. Which a lot of people here know the terrain, so that's not valuable. is to get there and not be seen.
I'm gonna use religion.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to pray. I'm gonna try to like get like Melora's help to like kind of give me some sort of like I don't know like which way to go, like kind of like a directional compass
Okay.
for like the best route to take.
Roll a religion check.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's a 24.
You kind of go into a semi-trance and reach out to Melora, and you feel just almost like a gentle pull in a direction. And you see in front of you the tall grass. What? I don't know. I think Matt's watching something.
I'm not watching anything.
Sure.
I think it's his girlfriend talking in the background.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely what it is. It's definitely Jasmine watching something in the background.
Jasmine, can you turn that down a little?
It's okay, man. Don't worry about it.
Just tell her we say hi.
We were trying to figure out what the sound was. Not that like it needs to go away. It's okay. And you almost see the grass in front of you parting a little bit to give you guys a little bit of a path to cut and snake your way past the sentry lines.
Tell me where to go. What? Tell me where to go. There's a path.
You guys have
Yeah.
one success. Keaton, it's your turn. You guys are making your way towards the encampment of the orcs.
So, our goal is to now get past the orcs, or just to?
You guys want to get there and scout.
As stealthily as possible.
They're trying to see if Belthane's there. Or like if they're like leaders.
Okay,
What
so
about
we
if they
want a
have-
perched view before we go in, correct?
I mean,
Or we
Yeah,
want to follow this and
then
then
just
just
have to
open
get
this.
like close to where they are, and then like kind of see.
Well, saying it, I was
the lay of the
looking
land.
next to
Okay.
in an
See
awkward
what they got.
position.
Let me see what I got. So I have.
It's like these ones. That you wanna use.
So I have
That
primeval
one.
awareness.
That one.
It
There's
won't
like,
help.
No, like you want to use like one of these skills that you have.
Okay.
And I think of a way that would like be used.
I guess I'll use nature to what does nature do?
Things with nature.
Just like some trees or something.
I'll be like Gimli in Lord of the Rings,
Okay.
and I'll smell some of the grass, and I find a leaf with some looks like paste on it, and I lick it, and then I spit it back out. I was like,
That would probably be survival.
I'll do that too.
Do you have survival?
Yes,
That's even better. Why would you not do that?
Yeah.
+7.
Okay, so roll survival.
It's a 13
How does that help?
13. Is that 13 on the die or total?
total.
Holy shit, that's terrible.
It was not good.
So you see what looks like it could be signs of perhaps a scouting patrol or
Oh, I lied. Sorry.
Oh my god.
is it
It's
13 on the die?
it's 16.
No. I thought it was a 6, but it was a 9.
Same result.
It's not the
No,
same.
it is the same result.
Is it?
A 16? Yeah, it's the
Oh,
same result.
you would know. Oh, that's just, oh man.
It was actually a 19.
Get fucked.
You
Do
think
you
you
not want this
see
to
what looks
succeed?
like
No, I'm
it's
just saying.
the
That's what's gonna happen.
sort of the tracking and trail of perhaps an enemy scouting patrol or sentries that you could maybe take out or avoid or question in some way. And you follow the tracks and you see instead of it being the sort of droppings and markings of an orc patrol, it's instead the markings of a owl bear,
Oh.
which you guys quickly and easily
That's
dispatch. Quickly and quietly, with Papak taking it to the eye
Of course he does.
with an arrow.
Taking it through the eye.
Bear.
Popeye's pretty good.
I thought they were saying Papak took an arrow through the eye.
But it takes a long
Why?
time.
What does it do?
It takes a long time, and you guys have one failure now.
I thought you were saying fuck.
Wilbur, it's your turn.
I like to use my arcane knowledge. That's invisibility on all of us.
Okay, you're gonna try to use your arcane magics to invisibility yourselves. Give me an Arcana check.
Wow. Are you drunk?
Yeah,
22.
22. All right, you, Wilbur, as you're walking, you hear a sound, and instinctually you just grab everyone and turn everyone invisible as an orc patrol passes by. You see 4 orcs, lightly armored, scouts essentially, armed with bows and short swords, making their way through the grass. No torch,
Walking fast.
not walking fast, walking slowly, taking their time. And it's as they sort of step onto the road where you guys are, is when you instantaneously, very quickly turn everyone invisible. And one of them does a double take, like he thinks he saw something, but then just shakes his head, and they keep going. Past you.
Yeah.
You have 2 successes. Carrick, it's your turn.
Okay. I would like to use perception to try to see if I can see any signs of any orcs.
Okay.
Any orc signs.
Give me a perception.
Okay. Natural 20.
Natural
Let's
20.
go.
Yeah.
So with a natural 20, it counts as 2 successes.
Oh, sick. We in there.
So you very astutely begin to look around as you're scouting.
Very stupid.
You hear what sounds like the clinking of metal, and you're able to follow that noise to find what looks like a scout camp, like an outpost, further away from the main group. And you see they're currently the clinking of metal is cook pots. It seems like someone's cooking. This allows you to follow the pathway, and you get beyond the perimeter that they have formed, essentially around the camp of outriders and scouts. And you see before you, further down, is the main encampment. It's very large, but disorganized. There's no true order to it. You see there's groupings of different banners. Like there's several thousands of tribes that have been banded together in just one giant horde.
Good.
You also notice there's not only orcs.
Really? What else
You
is there?
see goblins, and you see some very large footprints, but you're not sure what.
Larger than an orc footprints.
Larger than an orc's
Are we
footprint.
talking like giant? Are we talking like
Yeah,
bear?
how
There's 2 successes. Kean, it's your turn. You guys are on the outskirts of the camp.
So now that we're on the outskirts and we see the scouting area, the scouting tent, I would like to use stealth to try and sneak around to an area of the tent where I can hear them, yet they can't see me.
Okay.
Charlie's barking. It's pretty good.
18 plus 9, 27.
27.
Yeah.
You managed to get inside the camp, like shadow to shadow, moving from like in through tents, past tents. Did you just take the whole harness off?
Just unclip the. No.
I'm trying to think of the game it is where they slice like the
Thank
tent.
you.
It might be Splinter Cell. Maybe it's Assassin's Creed. Like you slice tents to like move through. Being quiet. What languages do you speak? If anyone need to help you figure that
Pretty
out.
much all of them.
Those ones.
Common, Draconic, Elvish, Giant, and Orc.
And orc. You
Oh,
Nice.
You hear bits and pieces in orc talking about agitation, that war hasn't come yet. They're thirsty for blood. They're ready. You hear some of them say they heard the wyverns are getting angry
Wyverns?
What are wyverns?
and angsty.
It's a good dragon.
The poison dragon.
And you hear something bellow out in giant, "Move!"
There was a giant. Okay.
And you guys now have another success.
That's 5, right?
You are at 5 successes. You're 3 successes away.
I thought we only had 6.
It was
8,
8.
8.
Oh,
8
my
successes
God.
before 3 failures.
So what happens if we fail?
Then you
So
die.
happens.
You die in real life.
Things. Now double the amount.
If you die in the game, you die in real life.
Then I'm gonna cheat.
Wilbert, it's your turn.
I would like to send Nightwing up and use his perception and try to get a sense of what kind of troops there are around.
Okay.
Can we use the same thing over and over again or no?
Yes.
Well, you can.
And with advantage, because
You can't use the same thing that you used the last turn, or the same thing that the person before you used.
Also,
Okay,
I'll type the
so I
name
can't
for you.
use stealth.
You can't use stealth and you can't use perception. I think. because that's what Matt's using.
Lucky
Well,
you
I
have
can't use
advantage.
whatever you use.
Maybe.
Oh, right, yeah. Whatever I use.
I will bad luck that.
Okay. You can use it once for this entire skill challenge, so.
Yep. Oh god.
So 15.
Not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
You send Nightwing up, and you get about a quick glimpse when suddenly you see, tumbling through the air as Nightwing turns, an arrow that takes Nightwing, and Nightwing disappears,
Oh,
and you lose your
God.
connection to Nightwing.
That's unfortunate.
No.
You guys have 2 failures.
Unfortunate.
You are 1 failure away and 3 successes away.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
His sincerity was just overwhelming.
Carrick, your turn. You can
I,
use perception or perception.
I will. We're in the camp, right?
You're currently in the camp.
I will use.
How the hell do you have a +6 to dexterity?
Because of that book that I read.
Oh,
A Manual of Quickness.
yeah, the one I tried to steal.
Yeah.
But then I go.
I'm gonna use. I don't know. I will. I'm gonna wild shape into a giant wolf spider to try and use stealth to try and see if I can locate Bellatane. If there's any
Goliath?
sneak around,
Okay.
skitter around.
Or did you skitter?
Yeah.
What about your baby?
Oh, that's a 25.
25. So you follow sort of the natural sprawl of the camp, clearing the shadows, making your way in between tent poles that have been erected and totem poles almost have been put up on the ground. The group kind of you guys are all sort of spreading out around the camp, looking around. And you see what looks like in the center on a hill, a rather large hill, and around it is what looks like Goliath tents. They're similar to the yurts and such that you've seen erected.
Yeah.
You see in the apex of the hill there are 2 tents. One is a very large yurt, similar to the yurt you guys actually stayed in, if you remember when you traveled with Glahidira and her people.
Yeah, right before the tomb.
Right before the tomb. And you see next to it is a nicer tent. Looks like dark silk that's erected next to it. And as you're watching, you see leaving the large tent are 2 Goliath. One is large, big, shaved head. The one next to him is, give me an insight check.
16.
I'm gonna whisper something in your ear.
Why? He's just gonna tell us.
He might not. He might choose to save it. Actually, come with me to a different room.
He's fully erect, isn't he?
Steph, are you okay with this?
Tell him the secret.
Give him a secret. What are you doing?
Cheating. He's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at.
I don't get it.
He's gonna watch this on stream. Like when he goes up with the video, he'll be like, what the fuck?
He's gonna send you a very angry text at work, Steph.
It's not
Why did
me.
you
I
let this
didn't do
happen?
I'm
No,
not.
why did you let this happen, Steph?
Why did you let this
You
happen?
were.
It actually.
This is my house.
That's not my house. I don't own it.
I don't understand.
You don't, that's true.
That's why I let it happen.
So that's a thing. That is also another success.
Secrets.
Yep.
I know a secret.
How was the secret? Was it good?
That was so good. That's pretty quick.
Did he give it to
It
you
is.
real good?
That was a good.
Kian, it's your turn.
I used persuasion to get Petey to tell me the secret.
There's 2.
What's
Two
the secret
successes
between
away and
friends,
one
right?
failure away.
Yeah.
Well, please don't fail.
Can I not do that? Can I
We
do?
have 2 failures.
That wouldn't help advance you guys. Yeah, you have 2 failures.
I still want to try.
Yeah, we failed.
You
Oh,
can't.
right.
It will auto fail.
You also don't know that there is a secret. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
you're not there.
Okay.
You guys are kind of all like in the same area, but like not on top of each other.
I would like to use
That's not great.
insight
Don't
to
use those.
try and figure out approximately how many
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they're good.
there are in the army. How many there are in the camp.
That would probably be like a history
Yeah.
or insight is like determining something personally, like relationship wise, when people are act like it's
What
like
about
human-
perception?
Oh man.
Perception could work for something like that. Try to get numbers and estimates.
I'll do that.
Are you trying to get the entire army?
Again.
They know the entire army is probably about
Spooky.
250,000 troops.
I want to
Same
know
dice, too.
how many giants there are.
We'll keep using that.
That's
It's not
that's
good.
the 2.
I would like to
So they
re-roll.
switched.
You can.
I either roll a 2 or I roll a
It was a
20.
good run.
Apparently.
11.
11.
We had a good run.
Okay, it's a little better.
So
5 and 6.
you
This one's definitely a no-go.
9 and
find what looks like
Charlie.
sort of in a divot in a ditch. You just
The one I
follow the
usually use.
stink,
Maybe
and
it's a
you
little higher
see
with
just a plethora of hill giants who are all lounging around. Some of them are wrestling, some of them are sleeping, some of them are eating. And then you hear a voice say, "Oi, what's this?" And you turn and you see a goblin looking at you. He says, "You're a little far from your camp, elf.
Oh god.
You're supposed to be near the center, near the hill."
What do
Yes.
you roll?
Take me there.
That was good. It was an 11.
Apologies. I'll find my way there.
Oh,
No worries.
I don't know. And you see now coming out, like up behind him, there's 3 more goblins. Now there's 4 goblins in front of you. And one says, "Look what I found! Someone strayed away from their camp in the center."
One of the goddamn giants took me and played around with me, threw me over here. I'll
Oh.
find my way back.
I think you won't find your way back. I think you'll find your way into our bellies. They won't notice one elf gone.
You guys are little, I would
See,
kill you.
they're pulling daggers out now.
I would kill you guys. Stop it.
And just give me an initiative check.
Ram.
Oh no.
18 plus, what do I do? Dex?
It's probably high.
23.
Yeah.
23. You see one of the goblins goes to lunge at you. What do you want to do to him?
I want to take out, what do I have here? I want to take out my longbow, dodge whatever he tries to do, and then just whack him over the head. Falls over.
He goes to stab forward, and you very quickly jump out of the way and hit him in the back of the head. And you see the other 3 now have their daggers out, and they're just...
Do I continue to do something, or?
You can. They're looking at you hungrily, and then one of them kind of cocks his head and says, "He's not dressed like the others.
Oh no.
He doesn't have those robes on."
Do we see this happening? Like, are we anywhere near this?
You guys are now starting to notice that it appears that Kian is not in the shadows. He's sort of like in a little bit of an opening, and there's 4 goblins around him. One standing up now.
Can I try to
Can
like,
I act?
Can I help? Yeah, can we help?
Yeah.
I would like
Need
to.
a-
In
So
fact,
roll or just do
as you
something?
say, "Can we help?" Kian, you see the one who's like cocked his head and turned. An axe goes past over your shoulder, takes him in the head.
There
Your
we go.
fox like, "I got your back, buddy."
Well,
Ah.
put it as a guy jump.
I like Papa.
Do you all now rush over?
Yeah, I rush over it as my giant wolf spider, and I lunge at
I'm just gonna
goblins.
cast magic missile.
Yeah, you guys very quickly dispatch the
Yeah.
4 goblins. But it's very clear now your cover's been blown. You see people are attracted to the area. Some of the giants starting to look up. And they are aware now that you are in the camp.
Matt, can we bail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's bail.
I'll cast invisibility on us again.
Good idea.
Okay. For the sake of brevity, you guys do manage to escape the camp. There are a couple close calls. And instead of having hard numbers, you now just have... So I was essentially on a success. You were going to get the exact numbers of what they have.
Yeah.
But your scouting mission was unsuccessful, so you just have what you saw yourselves.
And Phoenix' little secret.
Yeah,
I know,
Petey, what'd
I
you
know some
see?
stuff. I saw some stuff. Okay. I'll tell you when you're older.
So, Tom's penis.
Oh, like triple that.
Good for you.
As this is happening, Naxirus and Durnavir.
Woohoo! Dream
Arafir's,
team.
Arafir, his troops
Sure.
surround you as a guard and lead you. Where'd you like to go? To the Palace of the Twins or to Haresh's temple?
Should we go to Haresh first because he's more important?
He's more important. Let's
Yeah,
go
let's
to
go
him.
to Haresh first.
You guys walk even further up the mountain. As you go, you see there's less
We
buildings.
have him. A Huma and a Tuma.
Yeah, they might.
After nearly 2 hours of walking, it's getting hard to breathe now just because the air is getting so thin and it's very cold. You even see snow beginning to fall further up the mountain and around you as well, like little drifts here and there. Even though it's summer, you're that high up the mountain at this point. You see, instead of being lots of crisscrossing roads, it's turning into just one dirt path, no longer cobblestone, that's leading, twisting up the mountain, and it appears to end at a small stone temple. You see no guards out front, no one even around, but when you get to about 200 feet away from the temple, the guards stop, and the lead guard turns to you and says, "This is Haresh's palace. It's the last stop along the walk before you come to Ushaka."
Okay. Then let's go. Walk in.
Should we knock? We should knock. Is there a door?
There is no door, it's just open.
It's just open. Okay, we're just gonna go.
She says I knock on the air.
We're gonna knock on the air.
As you guys enter in, you see it's an open air temple, and in fact, the air around you, it seems to be almost cut to funnel air, as there constantly seems to be just a breeze in here that switches and circulates around you and whistles in the air.
Is it like loud?
At points, like if the wind picks up, it gets loud, to like a very almost shrill whistle that dies down to just a low hum at points.
There you go.
It seems to be carved into the mountain itself, so that the top part wasn't really the entirety of the temple. I think there's more to it built into the side of the mountain. There's no guards, no attendants, no one comes to greet you as you walk in. Just a
whistling.
whistling wind.
Hello.
Your voice is echoes.
Okay.
Harish? Haresh? I don't remember.
Marrakesh.
You hear the wind.
Haresh. It's Haresh. 'Cause it rhymes with Marrakesh.
The wind whistles just a little bit longer and seems to almost push you forward.
Ooh. Hello?
Hello.
It's me.
Hola.
I'm wondering if after all the years you'd
The
like
wind
to meet.
whips around again and hits you in the face and sort of pushes you back.
Oh, you don't like that. Haresh.
And you feel again that light push behind you.
Are you here?
I'm so confused.
Are we supposed to just talk to the wind?
Is that what's
Okay.
Well,
happening?
you're standing in the doorway right now.
Oh.
Oh, we'll go in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna walk all the way in.
It's been the wind's been pushing you, telling you to
Oh.
fully enter in.
I thought we were in. I'm
You were
sorry.
standing
Oh,
in.
we were
You were
in
standing on
and
the
it
floor.
was-
Okay,
Okay.
we're all the way in now. Hello.
Yeah, the wind again as you walk in. You see you're at almost a four-way intersection of hallways, and the wind pushes again, and you see some of the dust on the floor get caught up as it spins, and it drifts off to the left.
Okay, we're gonna go that way.
Yeah, I guess so. Sure.
This continues a couple more times as you're turning, until you finally see the stone giving way to just open sky in front of you.
Okay.
And you see it goes into a little bit of a ledge, and looks like there's someone sitting out. Their feet, like their back to you, sitting on the edge of this cliff edge.
Hello.
Are you Haresh?
The figure turns around and says, "I am. Come closer."
Come closer.
And you see it's not a lot of room out here. It's pretty small, and it's just a straight precipice that he's sitting on. You get that, you know when you stand near something high, you get that like voice in the back of your head that tells you to jump. You know that? It's screaming right now. And you see little tiny pinpricks off near the foot of the mountain. And Haresh turns to you and says, "It's a big army down there."
That's actually why we were here. We were told that you didn't want to help in the battle. Why is that?
Ushaka does not will it.
Why is this? How do you know that?
Ushaka speaks to me.
Does he know that that if this army gets in here, they're gonna want to destroy the mountain? That's what I overheard the orcs and all them saying down there.
Ushaka is wise. If Ushaka did not will the destruction of this mountain, the winds would speak to me, and they would tell me.
I cast minor illusion, and I
Okay.
make it sound like the wind is speaking to him, saying that he changed his mind.
You actually hear it chuckle. He says, "It's a good trick.
What trick? What's going on?
The winds don't speak to me aloud. That's not how the winds work."
Oh, I didn't understand the winds. What winds of change? My bad.
Don't insult him.
They are the winds of change. If the mountain is destroyed.
Tell me, Durnavir Naxirus, and you get that similar
We have told him our name.
reaction when you realize you never told them your names. What pulls you to here? What brings you to this place?
To you or to?
To me, to the mountain, to the steppe,
Grizzly mostly.
Yeah.
Grizzly.
You know Grizzly? Grizzly Hammersticks?
He's the turtling who walks with you, right?
Yes, I thought it's yes.
He was here once.
He lived here. Here or here on the step?
Yeah, he doesn't like to talk about it. We don't know.
We don't know much.
You should know those who you fight alongside.
Well, he saved my life lots of times, so it can't be that bad.
He's a quiet man.
Yeah.
Is he? Do you have ill towards him? This is how I'm gonna speak right now, apparently.
He was cast out from our place. It was Ushaka's will to remove him from the mountain.
Is Ushaka sure? Because I heard a very different version of events.
For what
Grizzly.
reason?
He was named Kinslayer for the death of his mother and his father.
As in, he killed his parents?
Yes.
Allegedly. What if we had evidence that he was framed?
What evidence is this?
Well, she can cast Zone of Truth, and she can just ask him if he did it, and then
It's true, I could do that.
You could,
yeah.
and it's been tried.
And what happened?
You should not place all your faith in these spells.
But you're placing all your faith in Ushaka.
Watch. This spell, can you cast it now?
I don't think I have it prepared.
Yeah, fuck. You never have anything prepared.
I have a lot of things prepared.
He says, it matters not. Your name is Durnavir, correct?
Yes.
He
And
turns
I can do this.
clutches
And I
his,
use minor illusion to make sparks.
clutches his what looks like a holy symbol in his neck. Murders a quick incantation, and can both of you give me saving throws for Zone of Truth?
Sure.
What kind is it? I don't
I
remember.
believe it's wisdom, but I
think
could
it's
be
wisdom,
wrong.
yeah.
Wisdom, you say?
Let me make sure.
I will. That's better. I like that one.
Charisma, actually.
Oh, it's
I wish I knew that the first time. I wouldn't have re-rolled. Charisma, that's a
Saving
nice one.
throw?
Saving throw, you say? I am also going to
actually,
use the Dark
I'm
One's
gonna
luck.
keep that. You also get +5.
Oh my god, then I'm not going to use that. Because that's Gucci. My nigga. It's Louis, my killer.
I got. Oh, please.
I got a 24.
24. that's
18.
18 fails.
I rolled a 3.
He looks and stares at you now. You see, He's shaved head,
Why didn't you use your luck?
Because 18 was pretty high.
and you see instead of white eyes, now that you can see him clearly, like every other Goliath you've seen, he has completely blue eyes. And his tattoos are the same shade of blue and seem to drift off from his eyes, almost as if, like, when his eyes are wide open, it looks like it's just coming from his eyes themselves. And he says, "Now, Nexius,
I got nothing to hide.
no, you don't. But could you evade my questions? Could you avoid answering my question if I said, what is your name? You can't lie to me. But could you evade the answer?
Yes.
Could you perhaps mislead me with the truth?
Yes.
So do you not see how this is not this is not foolproof? Do you not wonder why they don't use this in every court case that's ever been brought before any judge in the land?
So what you're saying is it's okay that I didn't have it prepared.
Oh my god. This fucking kid.
This guy.
I'm saying it's a good tool, but it shouldn't be your only reliance.
It's not our only reliance, but
I don't know. I think I'm a pretty good judge of character.
yeah,
Grizzly's
we've
been a
with
nice
Grizzly
guy
for
this
a very
entire
long
time.
time, and
He seems to think that his brother had something to do with it.
This is something I would be willing to believe.
This is, the one that's leading this orc army to destroy the mountain.
But if
That's
wait,
Belthane is not his brother.
Oh, then who is? Someone's his brother, isn't it?
oh, I don't know.
His brother named Urag Thal.
Oh, that has
Didn't he train Batman?
No, that's not really.
Close.
But if you
Isn't he the
That's
one
Ray
that
Charles.
Belthane named the 10th win?
yeah,
Oh, that is him.
Yeah.
but if you
I'm not there though.
if this is something that you would consider, then wouldn't that mean that
I consider it now because the primary
what's their god's name?
the primary argument against Grizzly and his testimony was that a Duke of Sharash themselves stood against him.
What's-
Now that Duke of Sharash stands with an army ready to tear this mountain down.
But if Ushaka
Doesn't seem like a reliable witness.
Wit,
Now that's why I called to question my belief.
and Ushaka wanted. It was Ushaka's will to banish him, correct? So doesn't that mean that potentially Ushaka was incorrect?
Or Ushaka foresaw this day itself. I knew the banishment of Grizzly would allow this to come to pass. And wishes for
That's
now
true. He's
to
the
be
only reason
torn
we're
down.
here.
That is true.
Perhaps this
But
is
he's
a test. I don't know. It's difficult to interpret Ushaka's will. It could be that this army is here to destroy us and kill us all and establish a new order. It could be this is a test for us to strengthen ourselves and our resolve and our faith in our God. And it could be that Ushaka's a charlatan who has led my people and I down a path of greed and avarice for many years.
So and there's no chance I could convince you just just a couple troops, just any you can spare.
I could really use some help so that all these people don't.
Yeah, because
die in
these guys
vain.
don't know how to fight. I mean, they got a lot of conscripted guys down there. They got families. They're not warriors.
And there's a lot of orcs down there. It's not good.
Give me 2 persuasion checks, each of you, one for each of you.
This is what I'm saving my luck on, my friend.
Well, I got one more. Here we go. That's a lot better. Okay. Mine was a 26.
26?
Yes.
Trying to decide if I want to reroll it or not.
No way. Theirs is good.
Okay, 17. I just could be higher.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was gonna do that. Save it.
Yeah, no, that wasn't right.
I myself will not march to war if Ushaka does not lead me to do so. However, I could grant my garrison to the effort.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Yes. Thank you.
This battle will decide the fate not only of this plain, but the areas around it. Now I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Well, I have to tell you the truth, so go for
Me
it.
too.
He knows that. You think.
Wow.
I was gonna say.
Who are these robed figures that come with Belafane?
We believe that they have something to do with Vecna. Like the cult of Vecna. Have you ever heard of them? They're not very nice.
We don't like them.
I've heard whispers.
You have, because he's the whispered one. That's why.
Ironic.
Yes. Indeed.
What does this cult have to do with us? Why do they aid him?
We don't know. That's kind of weird too. We have no idea. Because last time we saw him, he was like not here. He was in the Underdark, so we don't know.
Vecna.
No, not Vecna, but you know the guys, the robe guys.
Cult.
Yes.
What do you make of it?
I'm not sure. Two men came to our city. They left with Belafane. Now a year later, men in robes march with Belafane and his army. A small contingent, but it concerns me.
Well, we'll try to stop it.
If this threat of Vecna continues, and you still seek aid, come talk to me.
We'll do.
Thank you.
And you feel a gust of wind push back from the mountain first, pushing you back towards the palace.
Okay.
We're going to Huma
Yeah.
and Atuma.
As you guys make your way back through the palace, you see, when you get past that first turn, an out-of-breath guard say, "Your friends. They just returned from their scouting mission."
Sounds like it's not great.
Well, it was not as sneaky as we would hope.
Oh my god.
We did fine. We did fine.
Quickly, we
Yeah,
need to
not
return. We need to return to speak with the others.
But we didn't go to Huma and Atuma.
Not sure if there's time.
Shit.
You guys had a choice.
It means
Well, we didn't know we weren't gonna get to Horvul.
I think Cole knew. He was holding out on us.
Oh.
You all make it back to the amphitheater. You see it's now being lit by torches, and moonlight is sort of helping. And now, as you leave Haresh's palace, you see coming out of the temple are 400 armored Goliath? 400 armored Goliath, I'm trying to bring it before. With just solid blue banners. No markings on it, just blue flags.
Okay.
And they follow you back to the amphitheater. And you see everyone's gathered now around in the center. And Marrakesh says, "Right then. What did you find in your scouting mission?"
so much. Carrick, you want to take it from here?
Yeah, well, we got in camp. They have some giants. Did we know that already? But well, anyway, we figured it out that they have giants. There's like goblins. It's not just orcs in there. There's a lot of different peoples, and there's a lot of them, like we thought.
Yeah. I think the most important thing is that we all came out alive,
Yeah.
We're better men for it, and I list that as a successful mission.
It was a little less than
I think
successful.
so, yeah.
But I mean, we accomplished a lot, I think.
We were called back early, so I don't think it was great.
Well,
It's for good reason. Now we know when they're attacking. Very soon.
it is very soon. Yeah, we figured that out. Yep.
Are they attacking very soon because you were there, perhaps?
Probably not.
No, I don't think they're that.
They were close.
Unrelated circumstances.
They said dragons were thirsty.
Do we still have that shitty raven statue
Yeah.
we have never used?
Yep.
We should send the twins a raven with a note saying like, hey, you're the only dickheads who aren't sending aid, so just look how you guys look now. Ushaka's gonna be real mad.
Wow, yeah, we can finally use this raven. I always want to use it when people are too far.
Yeah.
Do they?
These people aren't too far this time.
Chasing you?
Okay, we're gonna raven it up.
you?
Yeah,
God.
Speak the command word.
now.
The fuck is the command word?
Open sesame.
It might say it on there.
Oh, fly. Oh, here it is.
Oh.
It's Elvish.
It's
Fly
Siri.
free.
Siri.
I speak Elvish.
Me too.
And then you get to cast an animal messenger spell on it.
I think I speak all the same languages as you.
What,
Oh,
what
really?
message are you
Common,
gonna
giant,
have the animal
elvish, and
messenger
orc.
say?
I speak Draconics.
We will say.
Why do you speak Draconic? That's so
You do?
Mm-hmm.
That's such a random language.
Why
to
do you speak Draconic?
Just so that we can chill.
It's because probably dragons are one of his like enemies,
Favorite.
favorite enemies, so he knows the language related to them.
We're bros though. Don't worry. We're cool.
It's not gonna hunt you.
Yet.
He doesn't need any gold dragon hide.
Gonna say.
I'm gonna say. Dear Ahuma and Atuma.
Do we know that's how you pronounce the names?
That's how Tom is pronouncing it.
We are writing to inform you that
We were hoping that you
would send aid
Send
because Haresh just sent us his garrison to help in the battle, and Ushaka would be very disappointed in you if
don't
you
say
did
it.
not help.
Don't say anything about Ushaka. Don't lie. Just say that Haresh is helping, and we really could use as much as we can get, so
Yeah.
that the orcs don't destroy the whole mountain. What the fuck just happened?
I was dancing.
What did you do?
No, don't worry about it.
Did you set your pants on fire?
Yep, that's what happened.
Don't tell Tom.
What'd you lose?
My pants were on fire. I had a lighter, I was playing with it. Shouldn't have done that.
Is that actually what happened?
Yeah.
That's not what happened.
But apparently that's better than what happened, so it makes me very nervous.
You know,
That's not a good thing.
He didn't get uncomfortable until Tom walked over. What happened in that room?
You don't want to know, okay? You don't want to know.
What did happen?
In the room, you don't want to know.
Alright, so Cole's
What did
making
you
this a
see?
little hard for you guys.
But he's so cute.
But you see now there's a lot of tokens that have been placed on that cleared out area. So you guys know. C stands for conscripted. So all those little things that have C's in the center of them are the conscripted units. You know, there's a lot of them. T are the trained units. B are the breath of the wind. They're the aerial units you have.
Ariola.
S are the scout cavalry. And D are the Duke's Guard.
Where's your rain?
What's this thing? It's like a big black thing.
That is a Dargon.
What are the two B's?
Those are the breath of the wind. They are Griffin Riders.
Sweet.
Cole, come
Now,
on.
this is just arranged out like this
No.
for sake of how you want to do it. You guys
his
can
eyelashes.
talk about arranging anything in any way you
I hate
want.
it. No, he doesn't
Marrakesh says,
hate it.
should we divide our units into groupings of keeping the conscripted alone, or should we mix them? Make our individual regiments mix of the trained and the conscripted. That way they can help reinforce the less trained allies. Should we? How should we arrange our forces?
Have you ever seen 300?
I don't know what you speak.
So what we find is a narrow passageway. We put our best fighters at the mouth of passageway and lure them in.
Charlie,
We
no.
stand up as united front,
Trying to, like,
while the majority of our armies circle around behind and attack them where they're least expected.
You hear the elf, Airfear says, maybe we can do that if we can find a narrow pass in an open plain with only one mountain around it for miles. Roche says, there is an idea though. We want to trap them, right? Want to make them in a narrow area. What if we make a unified line in the front and we put the conscripted, the weak ones, the ones who are going to die really fast, put them in the center. Right? They're goblins and orcs. They're going to be stupid. They're going to push as hard as they can. They'll break us in the center, and we'll be all around them.
That's pretty fucked up.
We put our trained forces on the sides. That way they push right through the middle. And then we just slaughter them. Just like you said.
Do we have any? Does anyone know? Like, do you guys have spellcasters in the city? Is that a thing?
We have some, Airfear says. We have
Charlie, come here.
more those of the druidic art, like myself.
Charlie.
But
Oh, me too.
would you have spellcasters?
Respect.
So you have.
Charlie.
Do you have anyone with? The hell do I know? I have a good one. Major image. Does anyone have that?
Charlie, come here.
We could see. Perhaps we have some casters. Why?
Because you could have them just like
What do I
use
do?
like major image and just disguise the entire platoon as like just mountains and shit, or like grassy field, and then you just pop out and then you get them.
We could try. We'd have to see if their own forces are their own spellcasters are not weaving
I don't know what to do.
defensive measures or dispelling magic around them.
Yeah.
Where's Celestial Restoration?
That's what Cole needs. He needs lesser restoration.
Why does he need that?
Because he's
Okay,
sleepy.
here's like a disease, like blind or blinded.
Bart?
Yeah, she's
Oh, I could have Connor.
No, well,
Uh,
he's blind.
You see that
He
the
didn't
dragon
He's blinded.
kind of like leans forward, its like long neck, and Shathiri says, "We know that some of the Breath of the Wind defected with Belethane, but does he have aerial numbers? Do we have the superiority of
We're
the
not
air?"
standing. You either lay down or you get off.
Yes. Wyverns.
Does
Yeah.
have
There's
wyverns.
wyverns.
They have at least two.
At least 2 wyverns.
Get
Yep.
down.
2 wyverns.
At least.
And an army of 250,000.
Yep.
If we had the air secure, it would assist
I'm not
us.
giving you that choice.
We could do strafing runs with myself and you, Roche.
Well, I mean, you guys can take out 2 wyverns though, right?
If it's 2 wyverns, I can do it myself.
Yeah, that's probably more, but we'll say 2 to 4. 2 to 4 wyverns. You can take my word on that. Alright, isn't that what he's talking? 2 to 5? 2 to 4? 2 to 5 at the most.
12?
Yeah.
12 minimum.
Yeah.
No, it was
Maybe.
really, it was really tough to tell. I mean, they didn't. It didn't look like a lot. Didn't look like a lot.
Yeah, no. It's less than 10 definitely.
You can take them.
But like anywhere from 2 to 10, we'll say 5 for just brevity's sake.
Is that how brevity works?
Yep.
Marrakesh
We don't
says,
need to discuss this.
as the Western Wind, it's my right to lead the vanguard. I am the Stormbringer. I wish to lead the vanguard and bring the storm to them.
That's the middle, right?
The vanguard, so
It's
we'll give
the
everyone.
center.
Yeah, that's right.
Wilbert definitely knows all
Outline
this.
center.
Traditionally,
I
the
have a
way
battle plan drawn up.
here's a
Really?
battle plan drawn up.
Oh.
Traditionally, the way that most armies are set up is you have a vanguard, which is a forward force in the center. Then you have a left flank, a right flank. You have the center of your army, and you have a reserve. Traditionally, so it's up to you guys. If Wilbur has a plan, though, he can suggest it.
I'm gonna send a picture.
Okay. Are you gonna send it in the group message?
Yeah, D&D. Just sent it.
Better be the best plan ever.
My plan is to have the dude guard in the center, and the front line be all the trained soldiers, with the conscripted behind in a reserve and the mass of our army, with the scout cavalry on the side to push their weaker flank and try to break that side to get them to retreat. and our Griffin Riders being very defensive because we're definitely outnumbered in this guy. Just protect us from their runs.
I actually like this a lot. This is a very good plan.
Because there's no way we can win the aerial fight. Taking it to them.
Where are we though? Where do we go?
We can
That's
spread out there
me,
up here.
Steve.
Well, so essentially, you guys can either try to just be your own little mini
And be
commando
Brian.
unit, just the small group of you guys, or you can each command different parts. So Marrakesh wants to command some of the units in the front. He wants to take his Duke Guard and see if the other Duke Guard under Wilbur's plan, and he wants to be in the center, in the front, leading the charge. Now, some of you can join him with that. Some of you can either see about getting horses, or if you have mounts of your own, try to ride with the Scout Cavalry. And then you have an aerial mount. You can try to fly with the Griffin Riders.
Where's Papak gonna be?
Papak?
I think Carrick should be with the scout because he can run so fast.
Yeah, I don't even need a horse.
What's
He will
your
outrun
speed?
the horse.
50.
What's it?
50.
50?
Yeah.
You might actually be able to do that. You might actually be able to do that.
I can fly.
For like 10 minutes though.
And then,
Jordavir and I could fly for 10-minute periods if we had to.
yeah. I can catch fly on all of us for a 10-minute period.
Good.
I could also do that.
I would like to go with my savior Marrakesh and serve as his right-hand man.
He saved you?
Sure.
He serves him. You would only slow it down by a little bit. The horse.
Really?
Because the horse's speed is 60 feet.
Oh, really?
So they will move slower. Because they gotta. Instead of their speed being
120.
300 feet, their speed would be 100.
250.
No. 6 times 5, 300 would be 250.
So be 50 feet less?
Yeah.
That's not that much.
Why are you guys over encumbering horses?
It's like,
Which really the way it does with rounding up would be like the same speed.
Yeah.
So.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you
fine.
could go with Scout Cavalry.
Oh, I want to go with the Scout Cow. Oh, man, it's going to be so cool. I'm going so fast.
So Carrick wants to ride with some of the
I feel like
scouts.
you run faster than a horse.
I feel like probably could.
What is your... I think you move like, what, 120...
Oh, if
On
I
the
did
turn.
like,
Like if you just sprinted.
if I did like dash and
We're talking like 40-yard dash.
Step of the wind and all that
step
shit.
the wind, I can move 150 feet.
That's
Ooh.
fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
You're just like, you know in episode 1 when they're
Yeah,
like,
there's like-
cows and they just use the force speed? That's
Yeah.
Carrick. You're just like. So there are 40 units of Scout Cavalry. Depending on how you guys want to do your regiments, like each unit, imagine is just like one thing. You can divide that 40 up into like 5 groups of 8, 8 groups of 5. It's however you guys want to divide it up. You can do one big group of 40, just one big horse warlord horde, and
Oh,
Carrick
yes.
on his feet.
Yes.
So Carrick wants to ride with the Scout Cavalry, wants to run with the Scout Cavalry.
You gotta have 4.
I think we either do
You
that
gotta
in
have
20 and 20
two,
or a
two
total
on
of
each
40.
flank, then 2
I feel like you should just run
You're
on
saying
flank
20 and 20, Matt?
while the rest of the
20 and 20
yeah,
or
the
We're
rest
gonna
of
be
the
on
party.
40, and then I'll
The point is to break their
I
flank
feel like that would
and try to
inspire
get
them.
it to the
You're just so
Definitely
fucking
would.
crazy fast.
Yeah, you know.
Look
Sorry,
what we
sorry.
We got this guy.
yeah.
Matt, 1 second. Can you repeat that?
I said I think we should either do 20 and 20 or a full 40 because the point is to push in their one flank and get them to retreat so we can really fold in on them.
Roche says, I like that. Like to hook around, like a reach around.
That's exactly what it's like.
Let's not call it that though.
I like
I think we should call it that.
Okay.
Let's
Carrick
call
is
it the
doing reach
let's
around.
call it the Kareem.
So Carrick will lead the reach around force.
Carrick loves a good reach around.
I do love a reach around. It's a fact.
What was your secret?
I don't have a secret. I don't know what you're talking
Persuasion check.
You can try to persuade him, but
about. I don't know what you're talking about.
you don't know that there's a secret though.
Ew.
17.
You're metagaming.
He just in general wants you to tell him a secret. One of your deepest, darkest
So
secrets.
tell him one of your secrets.
That's what he does before battle.
I don't have
That's how we get ready.
Roche says, Wilbur, do you want to go in the sky with me?
I think I would be better used on the ground.
We could definitely use some help though, you know? Like you said, we'll be outnumbered in the sky.
That is
We
true.
can find a saddle.
You get the saddle?
He's gonna ride on Roche. He's
Jordavir,
gonna ride
you
the
wanna go on the scout?
Roche likes the way
My-
that gnomes taste.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
My saddle's waiting.
her saddle's waiting.
Your saddle.
Where-
You can ride her.
my dude.
I think I would be better on our strong flank. We'll push through when the scout cavalry pushes.
So your idea is to have the scout cavalry push up the right side, Matt, or Wilbert.
Yeah.
So then you want the strong flank to be that right side as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to be in the front line with the trained troops, and the reserve forces behind them with the conscripted?
You gotta stop, man.
It fell in my pocket.
Is that a new phone too?
I'm not sure how we want to organize it.
The case
Oh,
hasn't
caps
come
up.
yet.
Okay.
And caps down.
Charlie's giving Steve a
Because
reach around.
the way I have it drawn up, it'd be 20 small blocks of the trained troops on the right, and then however many conscripted fits behind that.
She's tired
That's
as hell.
what we're doing it.
You never let her sleep. You're always bothering her, jumping.
I'm gonna try to move everything on here,
Is that
the way you
like
described it,
this?
Matt.
Yeah.
Like
You're
drew it
giving her
up.
a taste of your own medicine. See?
Okay.
Maybe you shouldn't do that to her all day.
If you can give me access, I can move it too.
I was trying to, but like I have to do each individual one. It's really annoying.
Oh, yeah, no.
I can't select them all, which is really dumb.
And which of the winds are fighting with us? How many?
Philippo Cole always
so-
slides right in the middle
Besides
all the
me.
time.
Mhm.
So on that list, you have so far you're missing 2 Duke guards. You don't have a Tuma and Nahuma's personal regiments. Roche, Shathiri, Arafar, and Urain are all willing to fight.
Oh, did anything ever happen
Okay.
with that raven we sent, or did we not hear back from
You
the
haven't heard
raven
back yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to just really quick maneuver this in the way.
Does anyone else have a preference of where they go during your next years?
I want to be I want to fly and like look for like people that I think might be commanding officers, and then I'm gonna try to Batman them.
So you want to be with like one of the flying units?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be casting flying yourself?
Yes.
Or okay.
Actually, Wilbur, can you cast fly on me? Because if I get hit, I'll fall out of the sky.
Wilbert's gonna be in the
I'm
front
going to be doing
lines.
a lot of spells.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the front lines.
Okay, then I'm gonna do it on myself then.
Okay. Just remember,
You
if
can
you're
always fly,
flying and you
right?
get hit by somebody, and you lose your
Or you can
concentration,
fly. You can
Then I'll
fly on the
dimension
back
door out of there.
Rosh.
because Roche says you can always ride in my saddle.
That would be pretty
Trust
cool.
her.
That would be pretty cool. I'm gonna do an insight check though.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh god.
That's not great. I
You just
fully trust
fly.
her. I trust her 100%. I'm gonna ride on her.
All right.
Why
So
wouldn't you just
what could go
ride on Sheffrey?
He doesn't want somebody riding on him. Probably.
Because Roche is cooler.
Roche is pretty cool.
Yeah. She has a cool belt.
Did compliment it.
you want all 6 Duke guards up front, right, Matt?
Yeah, in the vanguard. And then directly behind the Duke guards
Might be like the Dova.
will be 5 trained. Just as a direct behind.
And you want the Duke guard like in a straight line?
I think I have it a straight line of 4, and then 2 behind them.
Okay.
Am I missing 2 more from that, or is it 6 total?
It's 6 total that you guys have. And then you
Okay,
want the
so you
trained
have 2
people
behind.
like filling in behind?
Yeah. 5 of them.
It's funny because Durnavir was a dragon in Skyrim. That's where I got the name.
Really?
Yep.
Can you see what I'm doing, Matt?
Yeah, I see it.
Is it like that?
That looks right. Yeah, that's
Okay.
perfect.
And then where do you want the rest of the? Let me look at your plan again.
Going straight out from the Dukes, it's 2 rows of trained. It's 10 long, 20 total.
Like that, like I just did.
Yeah.
But 10 long.
10 long,
That's
2
Durnavir.
rows.
He's like a rotting zombie dragon
Ew.
what?
Ow.
From Skyrim. Japanese.
No. What? No.
The question is, do we go all in on the cavalry, Or do we need like 10 as a reserve
You Jackman and tap the ball.
to reinforce the other side if they need?
I think they're not listening to you.
So, what was the question?
Do we go all in on the cavalry going to the right side, or do we need 10 in reserve? to
Leave
help out the left flank of the
leave
center
10
if they
in
get
reserve as support.
I agree.
I would have said to go all
Okay.
in.
So
I know
a group
nothing.
of 30 and a group of 10.
I mean,
That's
I'm
not true, you
guessing
worked on a
so.
Sorry, what was that, Steph?
And that's why you're going to have
Nothing.
a teen pregnancy.
Yeah,
Where do you
God.
want to be?
So it's not that.
Wherever you think. I'm not good with these things.
You should take up the rear.
I will be on Luna.
He's a
So-
monster.
So,
You should go to the cavalry.
why can't I be a Demogorgon?
It's a monster.
Tom, next time I make a character, can it be a Demogorgon?
No.
That's like a Daedric prince. That's like a demon lord in this.
How do I be a
universe.
Demogorgon?
You be a
Grizzly isn't
you be a
here.
DM.
There is Demogorgon. There is not a Demogorgon though. There's only one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not like a monster. It's like a.
Have you ever played Skyrim
Demon.
or any Elder Scrolls game?
No.
Oh, okay. They're
But
like
I have like.
they're like a deity. That's like saying I want to be a Satan.
okay. I
Like
got
that, Matt?
I like my roommate played Skyrim a lot,
Yeah,
so
that
I
looks
watched a lot of it, but like
I might need to make a bigger
never
map.
Pick up on it.
Right. I mean, you can just. I think it'll be fine.
Oh wait, that's how long you want it, right? Just that long?
Yeah.
And then the conscripted filling in behind, right?
Yep.
I can move this a little bit so that it's more how you wanted it with more room on that right flank.
That's fine.
Actually, yeah, it's good. It's good.
I'm changing the drawing a little bit,
Okay.
just adding like where people are. I think I put you over here.
You guys can't really see this because Cole's in the way, but
We can see it on the screen.
you guys can. Yeah, we can. These two can. Matt's got a good plan here. It's looking pretty cool.
I have a what?
You have a pretty good plan here. You know, it's looking pretty cool.
He's saying that because he thinks it's dumb.
No, I
he
think
wants
it's.
it to fail.
He's saying that because
Matt,
he's
you have
thinking of
you
all
have
the cool
5
ways
more
to
train
kill us all.
train
Yeah.
troops. Where do you want them?
Can you come here?
I have 5 more?
Yeah.
I thought I had 50 total.
Yeah, you have 20 on each wing, and then you only have 5 supporting the dukes.
Oh, I only have 5 in the center. Okay.
Do you want to put the other 5 there so it's just a thicker?
Yeah. A thicker center. Alright. Should I send another picture? Actually.
Do you like what I drew here, Matt? Is this okay? What I did?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. Like they're all tight in together, so there's not a lot of breaking room. But and then you want just the conscripted to fill in behind, right?
Yep.
You sent a new picture.
That just has updated where
It's
people
like
are.
the music that they play when the war heroes say goodbye to their loved ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
I think putting Grizzly and Nyxeris on the left flank. Like Grizzly on the far left, Nyxeris more in the middle. And then Durin in between me and Marrakesh.
Oh,
So
I'm
that
gonna.
two people
Well-
that know each other are together.
Well, I was hoping to fly off like kind of like almost on our own, because I mean,
You're hoping to fly off on your own?
well, kind of, because I was gonna try to like look for like key targets, like maybe like commanding officers or like specific kind of like threats to take out.
I mean, you're riding
That's not even loaded.
Roche.
Right, I know. That's why.
I'm
I
sure
mean,
you can
if
do
you see
whatever you
a
want.
giant white dragon coming towards you, I mean, what are you gonna do?
You could be an
That's
independent
pretty
unit.
good.
It'll just be the two of you. So like when you go into contact with things, like
It's a dragon. I mean,
Yeah.
it'll.
Can I see it?
Should be
It's
fine.
not
I'm
loading.
mother of dragons, breaker of chains.
Let me change what I wrote here. I'm not going to send another picture. But I'll have you and Roche as a separate unit. And Sheffrey leading the defensive.
I'll be like Roche, Dracaris. Oh, I have the
Bit of
cool.
bad idea for me to
the
ride
cool
her.
Night King version
Where's
of the
I
dragon
could have
now.
disintegrated
Where are
people
you?
in the sky.
Carrick's with the scouts. He's running.
Running with.
Oh, I
with
see.
The only
Okay.
person we're missing is Kefri. Or Sefri.
Joffrey?
Jeffrey. Right?
Yeah.
Jeffrey.
Best of luck in the middle, Beach.
Yo, I'm gonna crush these guys.
You gonna take Colin to battle?
Yeah. You'd be good in battle.
He would.
The way
Very
I have
ferocious.
the groups organized, Tom.
Especially if the enemies were all armed with nail clippers. You'd kill them.
Is what?
If you can see the picture, it's like 10 total trained,
Yeah.
and the rest of the conscripted behind. For each person. Like, Grizzly will have 10 trained, and the conscripted that are behind.
Okay.
Max will have 10 trained.
I can try to either change tokens or give all the tokens that are under someone's specific command, like different auras, so you guys can see who are your troops, so that like you can have a better idea of like you're commanding. Like the way it's written up, like Grizzly is commanding the entire left flank, and Exeus is commanding like the left center flank, like the left center.
And I'm commanding all of the horses.
You are so far in command of the cavalry.
You're the horse
yes.
commander.
You,
Are we gonna split it into 30 and 10?
I think so. You're gonna have a reserve of 10, right?
Picturing like,
Yeah.
horses, follow me!
And
And
you're
you're just
gonna
run.
have 7
Yeah.
and
Just
5.
take off.
What's all of our commander bonus?
I will let you guys know.
Mine is plus 10. Plus a million.
Bullshit.
I don't remember how to calculate that.
You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know my character sheet.
I will tell you guys that
Could be.
in a second.
Give me a moment.
I do know what the DC saving throw was.
What was it?
It was 17.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
That's high.
It was a DC 17.
Nice.
Damn, my 16.
That's why I said get fucked.
Matt, are you able to
They
see all the names I'm putting on things?
What happens if you tie it? Is that a win?
What?
What happens if you tie it?
Then you beat it. And Keenan, you're fighting in Marrakech's unit, right?
Yeah, let's fucking go.
You want to be like right next to him.
Yeah.
You I don't know. You guys can't see it, but it's literally the center. The center point on the front line is you then.
Let's do it.
Okay. Like, if you guys look at the computer where I'm pinging, that says Marrakesh and Keenan.
I'm ready to go.
Oh my god, it does.
You're gonna be like Legolas. You should ride a horse and be like Legolas and just shoot.
You could like.
Can you spare a horse?
There's extra
You
horses.
buy a
You can
camel?
buy
Is
a
there
horse.
I'll bring a horse, but I still want to be there.
Like, you're
but-
gonna be in that unit on a
yeah,
horse.
I want to be like Aragorn, like leading into Return of the King final
He
battle.
was a ranger.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Dude, I want to give a
Longsword.
sick like pregame speech. But not this day.
You know the best part of that movie is when he's like, when he gets crowned, and then like they're all going, and then like the hobbits crowned, he's like, "My lords, you bow for no one," and then like they all drop down, and they're just like, "We're hobbits. Look how tiny we are. All these people love us." Best part of that movie. Steph hasn't seen all that movie yet.
We should watch them again.
I think
you
the best
live
part
with
was
Tom and
anything
you haven't
Legolas
seen Lord of
did.
the Rings.
Is there anything like Lost did?
I haven't seen all,
No, Gimli was the
all
best.
of
He
the
was
third one.
No, Legolas.
Gimli was awesome.
Give he didn't
They-
really do anything
It's
though.
they
3
threw him-
already?
They threw him across the thing.
They,
He's like,
they did throw him across the thing. They
Seven
did do that.
wants to go with
Throw
the
me.
10.
I'm on 17.
Severy's gonna go with the reserve, Matt.
Like let's
The
kill the
reserve
whole
cavalry.
elephant by himself.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
We all,
I'll give him
all
that.
have
It was
earrings,
really
right?
bad CGI.
I can't really hear you.
It was
Him
bad.
sliding down the
There's a lot of
truck.
crosstalk.
Guys,
Yeah.
What'd you say, Matt?
We all have an earring, right? Including her?
Yeah, but the range on those is not very far.
It's like,
Oh, they're not that far here.
No, to make them cheap, there was a pretty low range.
Maybe I'll come back as a
When
different.
When you have more downtime, you could probably try to make like better ones.
Gotcha.
Carrick. Show nameplate. Carrick's.
I just love that he's running with horses.
Yeah, it's gonna be so funny. Just like this, I'm just like,
I feel like that's something Aang would do. In Avatar.
It definitely is.
So if you would be on one of
Oh,
those
you
air
can grab
balls
your
that he
cool
makes,
bow
like
staff.
the bouncy
just
balls,
like, oh,
bounce arounds.
yeah.
Or whatever.
The air scooter.
You
Thing.
should make an air scooter. You should learn how to do that, Big Bella.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think, buddy?
Oh my gosh.
Against he wants to go back to the center.
Get his attention. Not enough people are looking at me. Oh, no, this is better. There it's
Alright, so you're putting the Breath of the Wind in reserve as well, right?
Okay, just take a seat. Just pop a squat right there. Cool. That's fine.
Yeah, they're defensive. They're kind of just staying above us and defending us from aerial assaults.
One of them will be
They're not gonna
Shafiri.
attack. Yeah. She's supposed to be in charge of them.
I'm gonna make.
And then Durnavir and Roche off by themselves.
Yep. Mother of Dragons,
Doing
Breaker
cool
of
things.
Chains, Kingslayer.
Darnavir and Roche.
Jamie Lannister.
As the assassin.
Who? No, that would suck. That would make it much more difficult.
I just like the idea of like Darnavir and Roche trying to just like fly above and just assassinate people, just dive bomb.
It'll be great.
It just seems pretty cool.
And I'm gonna drop
Freeze the
fireballs
center.
at people too. It'll be fun. I only have 2 though.
She's gonna freeze them and you're gonna burn them. It's a Song of Ice and Fire.
It is a Song of Ice and Fire. Exactly.
Matt, if you look on the Grizzlies thing,
Knock your shit off the table.
And his what?
Pull out a
His
bandage.
character sheet? I can't
no,
see.
his flank. Tell me if this is how you wanted the what's a good color for Grizzly? Someone give me a Grizzly color.
Red.
17.
What number?
Did you just say a number?
To be fair, Grizzly would probably say that.
Yeah. Blueberry.
I'm gonna try to give Grizzlies
I'm still worried about the center.
why?
Because it's just Marrakesh and Kian.
That's fine. I trust him.
That's all we need.
I feel like we're set.
He's a freaking storm giant. He's like 26 feet tall. I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, and I have a horse.
They all set giants though.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
their
it's-
giants are crap ones. They're the hill dove.
Oh, you guys can see now. I can move you. So I'll show you right now
I
on the
think,
screen. If you see,
They're like Harry Potter giants that they have.
Steph.
Dumb.
Yeah.
you will be
Troll.
I'm the
Yeah,
squirrel.
basically.
You are. This is you. This is your unit. That one I'm painting right there. Oh, not that one. Not that one.
I was like, I'm very confused.
Oh shoot! Hold on. See this one that's moving right here?
Mm-hmm.
That's your unit of 400 troops, and you're gonna be commanding that like left center part.
Just that little circle?
Well, like that's your unit, and then do you see? What's a good color for next year's?
Purple.
Obviously.
I think it's gonna be 25
Oh, yellow
conscripted
or
behind each set of 10 though.
Okay.
Because there's 125 from what I
What color is
see.
your armor?
It's silver. Like my eyes.
Your eyes are silver. I
Beautiful.
didn't know that this whole time.
Yeah, they're silver.
Wow.
Can you see the purple? Or is that really showing up? Oh, you know what it is? I know what I have to do. One more step I have to do.
Trying to get all that bandage.
It's very tasty. He eats it.
You can kind of see, it's hard to see because it's zoomed so far out. But basically, you're going to have a group of about, if Matt's numbers are right, you're going to have 35 units, which is. You're going to have 14,000 troops under your command.
Okay.
As is Grizzly, as is Wolverine. Carrick,
How many do I have?
you have.
A little bit more.
No, he doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Because
160.
Because there's only 80
Oh, like
riders.
80.
there's.
You
Is
you
there
have
only 80?
2,400 troops.
I have 2,000 troops.
How many do I have?
I
2,400.
have 14.
They're all on
Well,
horses.
You're
you're like in,
14,000?
you're like in the unit. You're
Oh
not
my
leading something.
god.
Because you want to be with Marrakesh, and he ranks a little bit higher than you because he's a Duke of Tarash.
Your help.
Okay. It's fine.
As this discussion is going, Airfear says, "Where would you like to have me placed?"
Aerofear.
Yes,
elf.
he's the elf.
Oh, he can come with
Oh
me.
shoot, I forgot about
We
that.
can chill. He's got a bow?
No.
I mean, we can put him in the middle as well.
Don't bite me. Please don't.
Unless he wants to fly.
He wants to though.
He says,
That way,
Shathiri, old
Shepard
friend,
can control
mind if I take a lift with you? And Shathiri says, I suppose so. So he will ride on Shathiri.
it. Alright, we have 2 dragon riders. Hopefully they don't have a bigger dragon.
He's a wing dragon.
If they do, that's all you see.
Wait, what?
So hopefully they don't have a bigger dragon.
Oh, I doubt that. Come on, they're not gonna have a dragon. They're a bunch of orcs with hill
We
giants.
actually don't even know how big Roche is.
She's a white dragon. She's okay. Probably.
Why? Because she's white?
Yeah.
Are you able to control the seas as a unit, Tom?
So each one's an
Like, all
individual
25?
unit, but like,
No, can you control all 25? Just drag and drop and then
I
move
kinda
out into
can.
place and spin it.
I kinda can.
This is rough to put in place.
Yeah.
He just wants you to do individual ones.
Hey, that is a unit.
It's a lot of people.
That's so many. She looks like this.
So you
What's
see
the
that
white dragon look like in this?
Blue Eyes White Dragon?
Pretty much, yeah. White lightning.
So I'll give you guys an idea for those of you on the front line, aka Wilbert and so like Max. This isn't your unit you'll be commanding. Think I'm about the circle, but this is how many people you'll have under your command.
Holy shark.
That many.
That's all under your command? Oh my god. That's
Wow, and they all have women and children.
Yeah, all those C's.
Some of
Those
them
C's
are
are a
women
mix
and
of like, those are all untrained soldiers.
No, I don't like that.
You all their lives are in your hand.
No.
And I think we probably should put some train on the side. So we can't get just pushed into the side.
Next Sirius is gonna tell them all to go home.
Then you'll have to.
Women and children, leave.
Then you'll have to take some off the front lines and put some conscripted on the front line.
Yeah, it's rough.
There goes some of your guys.
I can't grab this drawing I made.
Poor
It's-
Baker. I'll never
There
bake
we go.
again. Where are they going?
Fine, Ryan's, I think.
I was trying to escape.
Okay.
Yep, he's gone. Nope, he's right here. Oh. Does he want to escape?
I'm sorry, but we live in the 21st century.
Alright, so I have the
Women and
basic.
children
This
should
is the way you want to have it arranged, right, Matt?
This is not the 21st century.
No,
First of all.
Yeah, that looks good.
Does
What time
everyone
period are we in?
does everyone support
Like the Middle Ages.
that? Because I can move things later on as I go.
Maybe no.
Yeah,
Like Lord of the Rings.
Like Lord of the Rings.
So it's the third era.
the women, the trained women are fighting. These people are not trained.
Is it too late to train them?
I think so. It's a little too late.
We give him a crash course before the battle.
Let's bring them
Too
to the
little,
Feywild
too
and
late.
train them.
It's fair.
Brian, before you're here, we're talking about
Cole,
do you know in
No,
in like
it's
Helm's
Cole.
Deep in like
can you hit the
the
cat?
2 Towers when they're like arming the
That
little
sounds
kids
like a
and
slang
stuff?
term.
Thank you.
Sorry,
The
what?
cat.
You know in
Jazz.
in the 2 Towers when they're arming all the kids?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what this is.
Sounds like it could be.
Right.
I love that.
All the kids are being armed. Old people are being armed. If they can hold the spear, and they can probably, then they're being put in there. Probably people who are actually how old Roche looks
Where
fighting.
is Haresh's garrisons?
Up front with Marrakesh. All the Duke's Guards forces that you guys have currently are in the front. They're the vanguard in the center.
Tom, not in the same way, but now that you're talking about Helm's Deep, Can you find a way in this one to make it like a funny start? You know how the old guy just like randomly fires an arrow?
Yeah, I can try.
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna move Carrick's forces.
Oh,
His forces of horses.
all my horses. I have so many horses.
All of Carrick's horses and all Carrick's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
We tried really hard.
That's definitely something that Carrick would do. You'd accidentally break an egg, be like, oh no.
I accidentally kicked Charlie.
How do we get this back together?
You just glue it. Glue it back together.
Do you have duct tape?
I don't think we do.
Sure. Seems like something every household should have.
Yeah.
Or Gorilla Tape. That's what held my bumper on my car before. I had to change it every couple months.
Really?
Yeah. Cause it would get all cause of the rain and stuff. And
Oh, yeah,
The
sure.
asphalt and like the rocks would start getting under it, and then I'd have to rip it off because it would lose its stickiness.
So at this point,
The whole
Marrakesh says,
process.
Yeah, I can see that.
I like the plan. Who is it that should be in command?
Me.
We each have our units, we each have our forces. Who should have overall command of the battle?
Probably not me. Probably Wilbert. I think Wilbert could do it.
Yeah, you can see from the
I
air.
agree.
Wilbert's not in the air.
It's not in the air.
I thought he was riding the dragon.
No,
Not
he's
really.
over here is riding the dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm the mother of
Yeah.
dragons, break our chains.
I feel like Wilbert has the most
I'm the one that's
experience.
gonna push through.
That's true. Wilbur is a war veteran.
After Phoenix
Yeah.
breaks it.
Yeah, I got this, man.
He won't stop putting it in our faces all the time that he's a war veteran. So we all know that.
Marrakesh says, I would normally insist at the command, but as it's not my battle plan, I don't want to assume. Wilbert, if you would like command, you can have command of the battle.
I don't know if I'm confident in taking command. But I also don't know that I'm confident in him commanding us. He seems like he just wants to run at them by himself.
Oh, so if we lose, it's your fault.
But if we win, also your fault.
Yes.
So
That's true.
What do
You
you
get
guys
all the
think?
glory.
yeah.
So you go all in. Just put it all in black. Just go.
I'm on hashtag
I
Team
guess
Wilbert.
I'll take command.
Yes.
We can get that trending.
Marrakesh says,
Hashtag Team Wilbur.
we'll place our lead drummers in your unit then.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
We'll have signal bearers with you as well.
Are there like sign language people for that?
No, like they have like flags, and there's also people that can cast a message to send it down the line. So that when Wilbert calls out a command, it can get sent as quickly as possible.
Yeah. He has a name.
Isn't message only like 30 feet?
Call for it.
It's
Yeah,
like a
but
train.
they can try to send it
I
as
don't
much
know
as
what
far as
that
they can.
means, yeah.
It's a train of
I was
messages.
gonna say you can yell farther than that, but not in the middle.
Oh
of
my
the
god, and you guys speak Draconic?
Yeah.
You guys could be Navajo code talkers.
Do you wanna do
I
that?
doubt that orcs could speak
You could do
Draconic.
that. I don't think anyone else here would speak Draconic except for us and the dragons.
Well, you're kind of a dragon.
I do.
Matt, you speak Draconic?
No, not at all.
You guys also don't have telephones though to call each other or radios. So I don't know how well
No,
that
but
works.
we have our own
I just
Draconic
think
sign
Notish
language.
English.
Is that how that works?
He would know. It's just his favorite enemy.
Yeah, apparently.
He's telling you to fuck off right now. I know that look.
What is that?
I don't know. Something's squeaking.
Oh,
I'm just
Hey, Cole, don't eat that.
Cole.
Hey.
He's like, I wasn't eating it. Nope, wasn't.
Totally trying to eat the rice and beans.
Oh!
I would hit a cat.
Come on, you wouldn't
Matt,
get
is this
cat
how you
with
want
glasses.
the?
Did he just jump?
yeah, for the most
What'd
part.
he do?
He like was launched at her.
No. He tried to jump up on the black table
Oh, he fell off the couch.
and he missed.
Oh,
The center is a little.
That sounds more accurate.
he's clumsy.
He's a moron.
Well, the way you want your plan, that kind of works the best. You know.
Yeah. I don't want our center to break. I want them to have like when I pulled it with Urian,
He's gonna start
the
it.
center can push in as well.
Yep.
We just
It's getting late already.
pin them.
My back hurts.
I'm carrying the team.
Oh yeah.
You guys call
I
me
came up with this
Wolf?
whole plan.
Yeah.
No. I'm not on board with that. You're the oldest one. Doesn't even make sense.
I'm pretty old too.
What happened?
I'm like 30 something.
I'm at this point I think 88.
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
old.
he's a little older.
Maybe
Just a little.
89.
A little bit.
I mean I fought in a war that was like 50 years ago.
So, I did some cool stuff too.
So,
One time.
you guys have your
fighting
battle
this
plan and your
before you were
formation.
born.
That's true, you were.
I'm gonna send this stuff up to the
You're so handsome.
Thank you.
GM line. Really quick.
Sailor, what would you do with the drunken sailor?
Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. That's it. Take me. Isn't that how painful
The
you
first
have
one
to
is
get a
funny.
tetanus shot?
I know, I like that one.
Yeah.
So, you guys have you have your battle plan drawn up.
Yep.
You have where everyone's gonna be.
You do. When are we doing this again? At dawn.
At dawn.
Starting at dawn.
You guys have to decide if you want to go at dawn, which is only gonna give a little bit of time for you
What time is
guys.
it right now?
It's a little after midnight.
So we
After
don't
midnight.
think we get 8 hours sleep though. Probably not. We go a little later than dawn. A late start.
Yeah, well, let him sleep. Let him get 7.5
Yeah, aren't they
hours
coming
so that
soon?
they're on the REM cycle.
What?
Let him have a hearty
Aren't they
breakfast.
coming soon?
Could be their last meal.
They want to fight. You guys also find out that like basically every day they have like they've gone into formation. It's like a loose formation. They're not very organized, but like every day they've gone, just like saying like, "Come fight us, please, for the love of God, please fight us. We're so bored, please fight us."
They have or we?
They have.
They have.
The
The
orcs.
orcs did.
Then why don't we just?
That's probably better if we just don't fight.
Yeah, why
them,
don't we just
but-
not do anything? Why don't we just chill?
Because you're starving to death.
We are.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
blockaded
They were
in.
under siege.
They've been under siege for a couple months now.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's gotten to the point where they said we need to fight. We can't keep waiting.
Oh, then let's just go right now.
Right now.
Yeah. Are you tired?
Not right now. I'm tired.
Well, they need to get this plan coordinated to all the other commanders. And
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, let's have
You got 10,000 people here.
Let's have a full
Wait,
rest.
how many
Full
people do you have?
rest first.
More than 10. Like 50?
you guys have 95,000.
That's a lot of people.
What if I just rolled a natural 20 though?
What would that?
At noon.
Yeah, you did roll a natural 20.
Fight.
So you can see the center. Can't see much else right there.
Yeah, let's just go have a full night's rest. Everybody's ready to go, and we'll go.
Yeah, what is that?
You hear the sound of boots on cobblestones, and you see marching into the amphitheater. 2 columns of guards, and a little tiny raven flutters down in front of Naxirus
Ooh, that's
Oh,
gonna be
wow.
good.
and says,
The Huma and the Tuma.
"We each offer half of our regiment."
Ooh, we got some things.
So you didn't get 2 full Duke guards. You got 1.
Cool.
So you have 1 extra D, Matt. Where are you putting it?
You see on that
What?
front line.
Where are you
The
putting
front
your
line
D?
of Ds.
You don't want to put it in the back?
Just
Front line
two.
of D's nuts.
There's a T. Pull that T out.
Pull that D out.
Put the D there.
I don't know. Your son's talking about over there. Weird.
And then yeah, you got it.
No.
I'll have
Okay.
to look for it shortly.
Can you move that one? See, it's just popping.
The lid for the salsa. Cole
So,
ate it.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he's licking his lips. I was like, that was a yummy lid.
Yum, yum.
Savoring it.
Such a good lid. Oh,
This-
it caught me.
Yeah, very frightened by something.
Everything frightens him.
Yep. Well, you know those little cell phone battery things, like that are like portable. You charge them up. I got one for free today. I was so happy about it. Cause like some like law office sent us one as a promotional thing in the mail.
Oh yeah, I
And-
got one from work too. It's
Yeah.
really great.
Yeah.
I did not.
But I wasn't gonna buy one, so
No.
I have one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You wanna know what the best promo item I've gotten from work so far was?
What?
I got a fidget spinner that's on a pen.
That sounds
So
very
it's
fancy.
super productive. So like, so if this is the pen, this is where you write. Fidget spinner's on the top. You push the fidget spinner in to get to the pen,
That's so cool.
That's pretty cool.
and then you're writing, and then you're spinning, and then you're writing.
So what time are you guys planning on? About?
After a full night's rest.
Noon?
Right now it's good. 9:52.
Or do you guys just want to wait until next Friday?
It's late. It's 10.
There's certain advantages and disadvantages depending on what time you guys go to fight them.
Is there?
Yes.
Do we know what the disadvantages and advantages are?
Insight check.
This has been. You guys have out of game been fighting orcs and goblins for a year and a half.
So we should know.
So you guys should just know.
Oh, can they see in?
They have night vision.
So-
Goblins do.
But do
And
they
orcs
have
do too,
issues
I
with
think.
the daylight?
I don't think so.
I don't think they have disadvantage in the daylight
So
now.
then what the
I
hell
probably
was he talking about?
Maybe
No,
our
probably
people
wouldn't.
would be able to see better in the day because we have mostly like Goliaths and stuff that can't see in the dark.
I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with the orcs.
What they turn puny during the day? I don't think so.
know.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know.
I think we should attack in the day, not at nighttime,
Yeah.
because all of their guys can see in the dark.
Yeah. I'm like
Maybe half of ours.
definitely not even.
I think
Yeah.
Grizzly's the only one that can.
I was being generous with this.
Well, yeah, but most. What are most of these people?
yeah,
We're
Goliath.
on tour.
Most of them are alive. So yeah, most of them cannot.
There's some Goliaths, some
Yeah.
elves, some humans, some halflings, some dwarves.
We would
the
literally be
majority
gimping
is
ourselves.
five.
I was
Like,
looking up the army. He was just looking at that. Did you see that?
yeah, I did. We'd be like, hey guys, you want us to fight with half blind guys? That would be fun.
You're fighting on
Yeah.
the south side of the mountain.
We feel so bad for them that we're gonna win that we just are purposely handicapping ourselves.
So should we do it at like 9 a.m.?
Whatever
Yeah,
time
figure
next
it
year's would like to raise out of bed.
I don't know. I just
Maybe
feel
like
like,
noon.
I just feel like noon wouldn't give us
Hot
as much
time.
daylight then.
I feel like that's like the one there's the most daylight.
Is it
Not
daylight
exactly.
saving?
What if
Not
it
full
goes
speed.
for hours? It's not gonna go for hours.
I don't know. It probably will go for hours.
That's what I'm
Definitely.
saying. It's the sunset.
I think morning would be
Yeah.
Let's
optimal.
just stick with dawn. That was our original plan.
No,
We're
with
not
a
gonna
full
get
night's
enough
rest though. Full night's rest.
Does it really matter?
Yes.
Okay,
Definitely matters.
let's see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get a full night's rest and then we'll go
So just,
first thing in the morning, except not really first thing. First thing after we wake up.
okay.
Can we eat?
Yeah,
You'll have the opportunity to eat.
we'll sleep, we'll eat, and we'll get to the thing that we're doing.
Before going to bed, Wilbur's gonna try to think of something to say to the conscripted troops to raise their morale.
You guys all go to bed.
Wait, what's the commander's bonuses?
What is next year's charisma?
+5.
+5. What is her wisdom?
+2.
+2. Your commander's bonus is +7.
Actually, mine's the same as Mary.
Wolvert, what is your charisma?
It's gonna be a +6.
No.
That's my wisdom. So, oh, sorry, a 5.
What is your wisdom and intelligence? Which one's higher?
3 total.
So the highest is +3,
Oh, wisdom, my intelligence, so 2, my wisdom is a 1.
and your charisma is +5.
Yeah.
Your commander's bonus is +9 because of your background.
Oh, cool.
What's mine? Mine's not great.
What's your charisma?
-3.
What is your wisdom?
4.
Maybe the
Your
elf
commander's
should go
bonus
with.
is 1.
Oh my god.
Maybe the elf should go with Carrick.
No, we're fine.
Yeah,
Can I
you
take
should.
Pop?
You
Pop?
should.
He can rhyme with you.
Wait, then what's mine?
We'll be fine then.
What's your charisma?
4?
What's your wisdom?
1?
5 plus 5.
Okay.
I feel like I should be considered a commander.
What's your charisma? Well, I mean, if you want to command your own unit,
No,
you
yours is
can.
almost as bad as
Like,
mine.
right now you want to fight in someone's unit. If you want to command your own unit, then you can be a commander.
Welcome to go with
He's not a very likable
No,
guy.
it's okay.
Yeah, I guess
Can
not.
I just command half of it?
You'll still get to do stuff. It's just you're not the commander of the unit. You could be second in command.
I feel like this is a double
Yeah, so if he
situation
dies,
where
he'll
he
be
wants
first.
he
You
wants
can be
command of the whole
assistant
unit.
to the regional manager. You can't be assistant regional manager.
Why
Yeah.
can't he be assistant regional
How,
manager?
how much benefit do you get for being a commander?
You get
He
to
sounds
decide
like
what
Dub.
happens.
Doesn't he sound like Dub?
Yes.
Yeah,
Take
one.
off that mask, Mike.
Is it worth
How
it
much longer this
for me
will
to be a
take
commander?
with
It's up to
Dub?
you.
What do I get if I am?
What do I
You
get?
get to be a commander.
That's it? There's no like actual benefit?
I mean, like you get to decide what happens instead of being told what happens.
Nah, I don't care. It's fine. I care a little bit, but it's fine.
So you have your commander's bonuses.
Wow.
Yours is not even that much better than mine. Yours would have been +2. Yours is my +1.
Sorry.
I mean,
Well, his wisdom might be better. No, wait, your wisdom is
Separate
very
people
good.
with you.
Yeah.
His wisdom is only a +3.
And lead them.
+3. 3 is -1.
Okay.
be-
I pull a card.
What?
Sefri can go with you and lead them.
Nope, I want to lead them.
Oh, it's such a bad idea.
Yeah, I know.
What's your
Sefri
bonus?
should definitely go with you.
Why? Papak's coming with me.
Okay, but Papak means nothing.
Papak's a good guy. Papak took out that goblin. You didn't see it. You didn't see him. He was amazing.
Wait,
We were fine, by the way. We were fine.
What, Matt?
yeah, I have a good idea.
What?
Switch places with the dude riding Shepherd.
Papak's a good guy.
Why?
You have feather fall. If you fall off, you're fine.
Yeah, but I want to run with the horses. You can call me running with horses. Or
Runs with horses.
But you're gonna call me the young bull.
I'm not. No, you're the oldest one. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, if you want to be called running with horses. That's the deal.
No. Yeah, that's fine. Well, no. I don't. Fine.
Is it?
No, I'm not calling you the young wolf. I'll call you the old wolf.
Can I be flies on dragons?
Yes, it can be, Steve, because that's accurate. You are flies with dragons.
And I'm runs with horses.
You
What?
are not.
Fu-
You can also be flies with dragons.
I don't want to be flies with dragons. I want to be runs
You
with
get to
horses.
ride a dragon.
I want to run with
And you're
horses.
like, no, I want to run really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's Carrick. Carrick would do that though.
Yeah, it's what I'm good at. Second to my guns.
So
Alright.
you guys all go to sleep.
Yep. Yeah.
You all go back to Marrakesh's palace and sleep. And you see everyone you see now is uneasy as the word starts to spread around the city that tomorrow is the day. You all go to sleep and you are awoken to the sound of war drums from outside the city. And as you make your way down to the city, you see sort of massing in front of the gates is a horde of innumerable creatures. You see flying over the top of the army are wyvern riders.
How many wyverns do we think that there is?
Give me an intelligence check.
I want to see if my.
I wanna make
Give me a
mine too.
perception check.
I want to make one
Okay.
too.
Mine's a natural 20.
Mine's not. Mine's a 4.
Natural 20.
I wish Grizzly got the natural 20. It's not a 3.
There's not this many.
I want to see how accurate I was.
160 wyverns.
I was a little off.
5 ballpark. 5 to
I
12.
said-
At most 10. At most.
How many griffins do we have?
I was
12?
close.
You have 160 griffin riders, I believe.
Okay.
So we'll be
Isn't
fine.
it 80 griffins and 80
One.
griffin riders?
Yeah, but
And we
there's
got
two
two
Two of
dragons.
them.
And then you see also there's griffin riders riding.
Oh
as
right,
well.
they have griffin. Oh shoot, that's not good. I feel like
How
a
many?
Less griffins than you guys.
I feel like wyvern beats griffin rider.
Steve,
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
when we make the push on the right flank with the cavalry, why don't you and Roche go too? And just do like an iced
Like
line.
a drive-by?
They drive
Yes. Okay, cool.
by while you're searching for people.
We'll nape the area.
Awesome.
You see as
Name
the
up.
army begins to line itself up on the field, warg riders, like massive wolves with orcs on their back, sort of all around the edge of the army, like a defensive perimeter.
See some bug.
Yeah,
You see packs of giants with goblins climbing on top of them and around the ground around them.
It's like being grizzly.
It's like you and Grizzly, but at a larger scale. You see hundreds of goblins, thousands of goblins, all screaming for blood as orc masters behind them whip them. And behind them, bloodthirsty orcs. And you see in the rear guard what look like armed Goliath, similar to what you have, as well as a number of dark
They have
figures.
Goliaths too?
They have Goliath as well. People defected with Belethane. You see on sort of a low hill, sort of looking out over the army, are two Goliath on griffins. And standing next to them is a tall figure with two more behind them, and everyone give me perception checks on those three figures standing next to the Griffin Riders.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mine is 28.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mine's
Natural
19.
Natural 20 and a 28.
Yeah.
24.
24.
Mine's only a 21 total.
What'd you get?
19.
What'd you get?
10.
10. You see the three figures standing next to the Griffin Riders. As they move, you see the glint of metal protruding from their left eye.
Oh no, those are those fast guys.
Oh,
The speedy men.
yeah.
And you see what look like
Oh,
three
no.
disciples of the Whispered One.
Oh, that guy was really strong. He's the weakest one. This is not gonna go well.
And then this is what we'll pick it up next time.
The
Oh,
mighty
God.
disciples
I have
of
a strategy
Ultra Lord.
question.
Yeah.
So they've been laying siege for 2 months?
Couple months.
Cole, what are you doing?
So-
Your mouth.
If we're starving
Eating his own
and
skin.
the siege is going well, why would they attack?
They aren't attacking. They just every day they want to
They're
attack.
just- yeah.
There's also the orcs and goblins and their bloodthirsty. End the stream here. They can try again if you did. Adios.